Duprees.
Get in here. The tea was hot. Get in here. The tea was hot. Open up the gates and get in here. Gatekeepers, gatekeepers, get in here. Gatekeepers, get in here. Oh, hot. How y'all doing today? My day is doing pretty good. I can't even lie. Well, one thing, I stayed on my little program. I ain't eat nothing I wasn't supposed to, so praise the Lord for that. Okay? Listen, y'all, welcome back to Beyond the Gates Unlocked. Friday night fish fry family night. Y'all know this the night we come in here to all go. I mean, you got to stand up for who you stand up for. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We ain't getting into no real fights. So here, these folks ain't real. Well, we care about all this stuff. So but we can get passionate. We can get passionate, baby, and we can read you down. But don't be taking it personal because it's just a show. These folks don't exist. We don't care. We do not care. We don't care. Hey, gatekeepers. Well, if you want to be a gatekeeper, drop you a comment down there so that we can officially welcome you to the channel. That's the way we do it over here because we love you. You know what I'm saying? Also, listen, if you like to gossip about these doggone Duprees the way we like to gossip about these doggone Duprees, then go on and get you a membership. I mean, you can get a membership too, but go on and become a subscriber to the channel. And that way, you don't have to miss anything. I mean, we do a little gossiping, we do a little talking, we do a little arguing, but we also like to dig deeper and take a deeper dive into the storylines and the characters to find out why do we think the way that we do and why do they write it like that? Oh my God. We don't be knowing what to think, child. So we want to keep the channel growing, so please become a subscriber. But I mean, if you want to keep hiding in the bushes and just give us a view, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some of y'all can't come out the bushes because you're over here stealing. I ain't about to let it go yet. I can't. Petty-luya. Okay, but anyway, we're serious about the like button over here. So please hit the like button, or Miss Belinda Hill will bring this whole thing to a screeching halt so that we have time to hit the like button. And you don't want to see this in the rearview mirror now, do you?
Hey, you, hit the like button.
All right now. Also, we have some wonderful mods over here. And also, don't y'all forget to hype this video. You know, they got that new thing down there where you hype. You can't hype but like 3 times a week, but go on and hype up the video. If y'all don't hype up this live, if you know what, KB, and keep up with the number. If y'all don't hype up this live, if you don't hit that hype button too, I'ma know something. I'ma know something outside, after school. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. Now listen. Thank our mods over here. Say hello to them, to Tony Lynn, and to the mod squad. Okay. Hey, mod squad. They're my girls right there. And I want y'all to remember now, it's Friday night. Don't come crying to me now if you get into a scrape down there in these comments. It is on the mod squad to decide what they want to do about whatever's going on. Now, I might come down there and put out a fire. But if y'all put some more gas, put some more heat on it, don't come back over here crying to me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And so anyway, I know tonight Below Diddy had called out Va. She was like, Va, me and you tomorrow at the spa down. Oh, they about to spar. They about to spar. Nothing serious, but they had a point that they wanted, had a point that they needed to make, and they intend to make it. Okay. And we're gonna stay out the way while they make it too. Okay, we just gonna let them make their points and see who comes out right, and we're gonna vote down in the chat for who we agree with, below or with Bob. Who made the greater argument in the end of it all when we put this trial on tonight? All right, now it is Friday. So y'all can let me hold $20 if you want to. No, you can't. All right. Well, if you can't let me hold $20, then you can give us a super sticker. Oh, I forgot to do the super sticker, didn't I, KB? Wait, I'm doing it now. Wait, don't start up. I'm putting it up right now. Hold on, girl. Hold on, girl. Hold on. I'm going over here. And I think y'all can still hear me while I'm going over here. So let me get on in here. I forgot to do what I was supposed to do. Oh, yeah. All right, there it is. Let me set the timer. Hold on, y'all. All right. All right. Now I would like to get this dance on tonight. So, uh, she said, "You knew I was coming." I knew she was gonna be like, "Where them gold at?" Y'all didn't get me no in here tonight. I'm in here to mind my business and do what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Wait, hold on. All right, you guys. So don't forget to put our hashtag down there. Hashtag gatekeepers, hashtag BTG unlocked, all that BTG gatekeepers, all that. Now let me see which one of my superstars are down here typing in the comments.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, as I scroll back up, I'll tell you who's here. Mr. Raven Maniac says, "Hello, gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Mod Squad. I'm over here in the gallery, patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the day. My lips are wet as I wait to get a tantalizing sip of sweet tea. Well, we're going to try to serve it up to you, sir. Greetings at So What You Think, my Mod Squad sisters at Linda Bias Barnett, Below Dee, and Destiny H. We ain't seen Destiny in a minute. I know Destiny in school. She ain't got time to be messing with us. My niece is in school for the same thing. Believe me, she be about to pull her hair out. So I know that's not an easy course they're taking. She says, and to my sister officer Belinda Hill and my boo Elaine T. All right, and hey to you, KB Mommy, and we already saw Mr. Raven Maniac. Elaine T says, "Hey, gatekeepers. Hey, girl." She done also put all our hashtags down there. Thank you so much for that. Myrtle Tinsler's in the house. Hey, Myrtle. Thank you for joining us again. And who else do we have down here? I hope I'm not skipping anybody. Belinda Hill is in the house, and she says hello to everyone. I think I missed your initial hello. I don't know how I did that, but I think I did. Oh, there it is. Good evening, Miss Jen, Tony Lynn, Elaine T, Gatekeepers, and Mod Squad. Oh, I think I read that. I'm not sure. I get this scrolling so fast. Veronica's in the house. She says, "Hello, Jen and Gatekeepers. I am watching Beyond the Gates right now. Couldn't watch it earlier. Well, y'all about to watch it again because I decided to do a watch along. Today was so good, child. I can't be hollering at the TV by myself. And then we're going to open up the gates for everybody to all go. Hey, Miss Jenny, Gatekeepers. Hey, Jasmine. E Daddy says, "Hello, Gatekeepers." Hey, E Daddy. Let's see who else we got in here. Miss Lil is in the house. She greets us with her hashtag BTG Gatekeepers. And hello to you too, Miss Lil. She says good evening to you all. Frank G says, "Hey," and that the button has been hit. So don't come in here getting all up in my face about it, because I done hit it already, Mrs. Belinda. Linda says, "Greetings to those tuning in from the trees, wadding in the weeds, and watching in the bushes." And you know they are, girl. So say hey. Below Didi says, "Hey, gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Mods." And to that I say, Below Didi is in the house.
Out! Out!
She done said that she waiting for you tonight, Bob. So we gonna see. Real Talk is also checking in and says, good evening, everyone. Oh, good night, everyone. I'm sorry for not being active this week. This whole week, I have been feeling unwell, but I'm much better now. Well, we're glad to hear that you are feeling better. You know, I was walking down the hallway today, just now, and I was thinking, why is it dark out? Is it about the storm? I done forgot about the summer is over. And it's getting darker soon. I'm like, no, it's only 7:15. Uh-oh. I hate when I do that. I don't even know how I do that. Okay, now go back. Sometimes I do stuff and then my screen enlarges and I'm like, what in the whole world just happened? Okay, so we said Frank G, Jasmine. You missed it today, Jasmine? What? Yeah, summer's over. I can't take it. I can't take it. Listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all because y'all know tonight is Friday. So I'm gonna get into it. We're gonna play this thing. Now, y'all also remind me now when I done went too long.
This is CBS
Yes,
on Paramount
yes,
Plus.
it is. And we don't claim. Hold on, let me say this first. We don't claim to own nothing, know nothing. We ain't saw nothing. We ain't did nothing. We like them three monkeys, one hand over the eye, one over the mouth, one over the ears. We don't know. We ain't heard. We ain't said nothing. We ain't seen nothing over here. We ain't trying to say we own nothing. We ain't. We just over here trying to make a commentary, a lively commentary over what had happened on our show today. So please don't get started with us. And I'm gonna try my best not to overtalk this thing too much because I know I was talking a little too much the other day. But you know, stuff happened today, so I'm gonna have to talk about some people. I'm sorry, but I am. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do this. All right, so let's get into it. Let's unlock the gates and see what happened today beyond the gates. Open the gates! Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All right, you guys, well, let's get it.
Remember when I said there was a way to nail Joey for money laundering while keeping Vanessa out of it? And remember when I said it was above my pay grade? But you're the one talking about you want to pull out the...
Oh, wait, I forgot something. Hold on. Because I did pull pictures for this today, too. Today's episode is the 133rd episode. Hold on, I'm stopping. I hate to be stopping and starting, but I forgot this. Today is the 133rd episode, which is my number 133. I like 33. Okay, so today's episode was the 133rd episode, written by Michelle Valjean, Robert Guzza Jr., and Ron Calavati, and Judy Tate, and was directed by our friend to the channel, whether he want to be or not, Mr. Fido Xavier. And there were some things I saw today as far as the directing was concerned that I really liked. No, you're not just getting audio, you are also getting commentary. So strap in. Hold on. Get back to my media. Hold up. Okay, so it opens up with Randy and Doug at Orphagene's, and they're talking.
Big guns. My ace is ready to play. In case you didn't know, Vanessa and I are partners. No disrespect, but what we need to discuss goes beyond selling houses.
You have no idea, Bill Hamilton, just how deep my business interests go.
May as well settle in. She's not going anywhere. So,
Like that means something.
How is the real estate business?
She
Great.
don't know.
We're cleaning up. Well, I guess if I don't
Wait a minute,
hightail
watch
it out
this.
of here, you two will simply bore me to death.
I think that's likely.
Or you could include me in what's really going on. You know I'd never tell.
Yeah, right. Child, this Vanessa is some nasty work. She is. She just is. Let me go past this music because I ain't trying to hear nothing. I ain't trying to hear from you folks about this music. Okay, so we open up with Leslie and Eva out to eat at the country club.
I need to talk to you about something.
What about that, girl?
What's the question, really?
Ask away in your mama's well of wisdom to help you with any of your life issues.
Girl, please.
This is about your issues.
Excusez-moi.
What do you expect from Tad now that you've been...
That's right. Excusez-moi. What you mean? Excusez-moi? Avar, glad you joined us. Now, don't forget, Below Didi says she waiting on you at the. Hold on, let me just let you know now. Now, you know all this stuff is in fun, and I love a lively discussion, and I love a lively discussion about our views on the show. But Below Didi said,
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
but now remember, now we just in here having fun. Now we just in here having fun. All right, let me get back to this. All right, there we go.
Basically schemed your way into his bed.
Ooh!
Do they serve antacid here?
Mm-hmm.
Are you not feeling well?
The fact that malicious, conniving woman can sit over there drinking,
Mm-hmm.
acting like she doesn't have a care in the world, just nauseates me.
She don't.
She should not be at our club.
She paid to be there.
Somehow I think you can handle it.
Oh, I don't worry for me. It's untenable that Nicole has to trip over that woman who ruined her life every time she comes here for a meal or a game of tennis.
How come the rich always got to read you with high tone words? It's untenable. Raven Maniac, what that mean? Untenable. What that mean? What that mean? It's untenable. It's unfathomable. It's blah, blah, blah. You're just supposed to say, I can't believe that heifer up in here. All these high tone words. Yeah, please.
Especially now that Leslie and Ted might be sleeping together again.
Girl, what you mean, Mike, girl? Girl, what you mean, Mike, girl? Girl, what you mean, Mike, girl? Girl, just girl.
You think that's what's going on?
That's what Leslie wants Nicole to think.
Can you please do me a favor and give this to my Teddy Weddy?
Girl, you cold. You mean.
Of course, whenever you see him.
Now, she did not have to sniff that tie like that before she gave it back to Nicole. She did not have to do it like that. She gonna sniff the tie and then gonna give it to her. Give this to my Teddy Weddy. Girl, I'm gonna tell you something. We'd have had to go and tear this club up today. We would have had to go. What? I don't care. I don't care. Let me go. That's the way it would have been. We'd have just had to tear the club up today. I'm sorry. We'd have had to go and tear it up, baby. We just had to tear it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm in here clowning to spill some. Hold on. Just hold on, because I done did something. I forgot I had bought some beet juice in here with me, and I just spilled some. Hold on. Let me take a sip. Hold on. And just wait up. Hold a minute. Wait a minute. We messed up my paper. Hold on. It's a good thing I keep some Kleenex over here next to me. I tell you that. All right. Back to work now. I just have to rewrite that paper that I keep over here out. All right. But anyway, we'd have had to tear up something at the club. Because I'm sick of Leslie with all this Caliban. I'm just tired now.
Meal was a great idea. Pass the time.
Oh, yeah, and less danger of a monumental hangover. So look, we have good news and we have bad news. Which do you want first?
Well, that's easy. My daughter was just held captive by a psychotic.
Ain't nothing happened in this scene except they both drunk and about to go get on the airplane. But y'all tell me, you can fly while you're drunk? Because I thought you couldn't get on the plane drunk. But if you got drunk while you was on the plane, that's different. But you can get on the plane and be high? You can do that? Now, I know some of y'all be drinking, so go and answer the question and let us know for those of us who don't. I'm going past this part.
Yes.
Because that's all that happened in this scene. So we just
For a while, but I do love
Talking the iPhone.
It's too bad.
They were trying to decide if they were going to go to Paris or go to Vegas. You can't be falling down drunk. Wasn't they falling coming out the club the other day? I mean, before they got here, and they was. But these also look like different outfits, so I think they went home and changed. So maybe they ain't quite as high.
Let me see the other one. I thought take some seats.
Who on the board?
Let me get back to these Duprees.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's blow on some steam.
We're going to do it hangover style. Oh, okay.
You know, I almost have to give the woman credit for making an end run around us. I mean, who on the board wouldn't accept an offer for a brand new sports center? That's called working the system.
That's called, yeah.
There's nothing that scheming woman won't do.
It ain't.
There was no scheming involved.
That's right,
I
love.
told you Dad seduced me.
What?
We had a connection.
Nah, Nicole. Nah, Leslie. Now, Leslie, now you know you straight line. You know what, Alicia, you right. Vernon do make more sneaky phone calls than Batman when he got to go get that special phone. Who is my Teddy? Girl, who is that? Who we talking about? 'Cause Teddy ain't none of yours.
Appearances, but, well, I know him. That night.
Elaine, that's what I'm saying. She lying. She lying. All that girl ain't all that ain't girl. All that ain't happened, girl. Use a whole lie.
Eva. It was our new beginning.
It was not.
And soon he will realize that.
No, he won't.
And stop treating us like we have some deep.
Who is us? He only treats you like
You'll
that.
see.
You the only one get
Sounds
treated
like
like
you're
that.
hoarding some deep dark
Ooh,
secrets
now
there.
this scene right here.
This is a waste of time, isn't it? Fine.
Do y'all see what is happening in front of Bill? Do y'all see what is happening in front of Bill? Vanessa. Oh, girl, who does this?
See you two.
And Bill was looking like, I know this heifer didn't.
Around.
She certainly is a live wire. Can we leave her out of this?
Oh,
Apparently not.
oh, did y'all hear Joe? He said, Bill said, well, she certainly is a live wire. And he was like, leave out of this. In other words, keep my woman name out your mouth. He over there standing up for Vanessa now. He said that with his chest. Don't do too much. Don't do too much.
Her husband is a piece of work too. You and Doug close? Not at all. But he did drop by my house earlier.
Oh, Bill said he ain't
Seeing
close
if
to
I
you,
could
Doug.
help him out with something. The good doctor, always in need of a favor. Don't you want to know what he needs help with? Enlighten me. Taking you down.
Bill, why you talking so much?
You don't seem surprised. Not much the man could do that could surprise me, except maybe learning to actually keep his mouth shut.
That's true.
So, what else did the doctor?
Let me pause and say Bill look real good in this scene. If y'all ain't seen it, Bill look good. Bill look good. Bill look good.
I tell you. I told him that Joey was money laundering and he's sleeping with my wife. Anything else? Just that Joey ordered you to kill for him. Tell me you did not actually tell him that.
See, you know, when you messing with people who not from the underworld, Randy, they tend to run their mouth because they don't understand how the game go. And you see how casually he just said that? Now, I hope I don't get no what you call it because he said that word now, because that wasn't me, you know. I didn't know he's going to say that word. But how you just casually going to say that Randy had, you know, there's somebody unalive somebody, sir. You know, Randy chest pauses. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway.
Did you give him my name? Relax. I've known Bill since college. He's not going to screw me over.
Bill just said, like that lady did in The Color Purple when Oprah Winfrey told her, she said, my sister Odessa could drive you home. That way I get more times my children. And the mayor's wife said, I don't know her either. And that's what Bill said about you. Bill said he don't know you, sir. He don't know you like that.
Only good can come from this. What if you're wrong, Doug? What if you're dead wrong? What then?
Doug don't care. Doug don't care.
Why are you so suspicious of a reputable lawyer? Do you even know Bill Hamilton?
Do you know Bill Hamilton? Call Bill Hamilton a reputable lawyer. Who we talking about? I mean, he a good lawyer, but reputable. I mean, that's a stretch. Come on now. What somebody who is reputable would do. Somebody with a conscience. Somebody that's not Bill. But I don't know why. I mean, why would Bill have it in for this dude? To let you know, because you know what Joey gonna do. I'm lost.
To warn me off. Or maybe not, because he's planning to throw you under the bus.
Right, Randy.
Oh, he laid it all out. Said you funnel money from the club and your other ventures to Vanessa. She mixes it with her sales from her real estate business, essentially cleaning your money for you.
Ooh, he gave up all the details. Doug, you talk too much, sir.
Oh, and there's the whole incident at the park.
Oh.
Doug McBride told you all that.
Oh.
The way he tells it, that seems like the least of his worries.
Oh.
Yeah. Randy. Sure to shut him up on that.
Now see how you done got Randy pulled into your boo. See how you done got Randy pulled into the boo. Lord.
Another chance. Look, Doug is coming after you for laundering the cash, but your involvement in the park murder, it's too difficult. He has no footing there. But he's seen the doctored books. He could do some real...
Okay, so I got the words playing on the screen. So when I hear them about to say a word that I know can get flagged, I'm just going to make a noise over it, just so y'all know what's happening.
Armed in my operation. Still, I can't believe that he'd try. Why not? You said it. It's Vanessa's business. He'd be implicating his own wife. You know, I'd be willing to bet that all that talk about protecting Vanessa is a bunch of pure lip service.
Yeah, he done seen Nessa over there around into the casino with you, with all her stuff pulled to the side. I mean, you know.
And judging by that kiss that she just planted on you, she's clearly finding company in your bed. And the two of you aren't making any attempts at hiding it. So what's Doug got to lose?
You right, Bill.
I want to. His wife, in case you forgot. The woman he actually really does love.
Ooh.
You know what? Nikki don't want to have nothing to do with that man, okay? And once he gets...
But now, wait now. Because I didn't hear this earlier. She said, that ain't got nothing to do with it because Nikki don't want to have nothing to do with this man. She's not wrong. If you think she's not wrong, Nikki don't want to have nothing to do with him. So I don't know. You should just wait for them to finish up their paperwork, though. That would be the right thing to do. But I mean,
cut through his thick but hot, sexy skull. Then he will come right back where he belongs. Right here to Mama. Now, I've waited long enough, but I don't mind. I can wait a little bit longer.
And what if Ted doesn't come back to where he belongs?
I think he is.
You keep all that negative talk out of here and away from God's universe, honey.
That's right. Don't be putting no juju. Don't be putting no juju on her dream. She said, don't be putting that juju on her dream. That's not what she said now. She said, now I'm trying to say, I think Ted gonna come back around. He gonna be back around. He coming back here to get me. That's what she said. She don't want to hear no negative talk about it. Okay, girl. Talk about an affirmation.
It's a real possibility, and that's what worries me. That you're delusional.
I'm sorry, Delulu what?
Delulu. You know that's what we call you.
I love you. But it is delusional to believe that Ted is dying to have this deep, explosive relationship with you.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm afraid of. That it won't happen, and then you'll go off on everyone and everything like always.
And it is.
What do you even care, Miss Pessimism?
Because girl, you better say that pessimism. Not pessimistic, but pessimism. Girl, you better go ahead on.
Because of whatever half-baked ideas you have, once they're emotional, they always blow back on me.
Now that's the truth. Now see, and that's what your life is with a narcissist. They do crap, it blow back on you. They do crap, it blow back on you. So I understand, sis. I get it, girl. You got to watch out for your mama right there, girl.
Okay, I've actually started to build a life here. So please get a grip and let's get out of here.
She don't care.
Nah, I think I'll stay and enjoy my exclusive membership here at the country club.
You're just trying to rub it in everyone's faces.
Listen, if you are that intimidated by those people, then I tell you what, baby girl, you go ahead, okay? Go on.
The Leslie don't care.
Stop it.
Really, go on, a little chicken.
Martha. She didn't call that girl a chicken and start clucking at her.
She's hard to read.
Oh, with Danny, everything.
Wait a minute, I might be done went too long. To make sure y'all know we can only go so long, and we had to stop. Child, this Leslie, I don't know. Listen, what y'all think about what she said though? She said Nicole don't want Ted no way. So what's she guarding him for? If she toss him out, I want to be the cleaner woman. Is a woman who gets all the love these girls leave behind. She said you don't want her. She want to be the cleaner woman.
She feels or thinks it's right out there for the world to behold. But Nicole, she's always kept her pain close. That can backfire.
That's when she like to hide it.
That's why I've been encouraging her to express her feelings, whatever they are. She's so good with other people. But when it comes to anything involving her or her children,
y'all don't want to put that perfection on her.
Physician, heal thyself. I'm so glad you're on top of this. Let me know if there's anything you need from me.
You know what she gonna need from you, Vernon? She gonna need for you to keep this same energy when she find out about you and Tracy. We're gonna see if you're gonna be glad she on top of that, sir. We're gonna see.
I will. Speaking of Danny, she seems to be off the grid. I've called her and texted, and
she busy doing foolishness. Danny busy.
I'll go out to reception and see if I can get her. You know how I hate using phones in the dining room.
Why is he off? Let me tell you something. Why is Vernon offering up excuses about why he got to go out there and use his phone in the hallway? Why, Vernon? You know how I feel about phones in the dining room. Sir, I have seen you on the phone in this very dining room many a time.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, dear.
She's probably just getting some.
She ain't getting no rest. She into some foolishness. And I'm going past Danny. I'm telling y'all now.
So, how are we going to misbehave?
They going to Vegas. They drinking. That's all that's happening.
We just discovered something.
They flashing back to how they got started.
This house, there was...
All right. Nicole sitting there looking at Ted's tie.
It's about time. I came as soon as I got your text. Is this about the Jarvis house? There was nothing I could do. Leslie doubled her offer. The Jarvises could hardly refuse.
Vanessa, I am not mad at you.
You should be.
I am furious with Leslie.
Of course you are. She had the audacity to buy the house directly across the street from your parents.
This has nothing to do with the house.
Mm-hmm.
She had the audacity to sleep with my husband. Again.
Oh, today he your husband. Right now he your husband. Because up until now it's been that doggone Ted. Up until now it's been him. Girl, stop.
I doubt that Doug is thrilled that I'm keeping company with his wife. She told me they had an understanding, of whatever the reason.
He understands that Vanessa is community property. That's what he understands. He understands that Vanessa is for these streets. He understands that Vanessa, in the words of Tony Braxton, their mama like to spread it low and spread it wide. Mm-hmm.
He loves her, and vice versa.
So you don't think he'll hang her out to dry?
More likely, he'll try to prove that I washed the money without her knowing.
No.
Can you imagine trying to put anything over on Vanessa?
I don't know her like that. She's friends with my ex-wife. My current wife used her to find the house that we're in now. That's as far as it goes. But I know she's a shark when it comes to real estate, though.
She's a shark, period.
And that's why you like her, Joey. She's a shark, period. She's a low-down shark. Let's add the don't forget the rest of her name, please.
You care about her, don't you?
She's good in bed.
Most crazy women.
Bill said most crazy women are. And he was like, who you calling crazy? Because this is the second time he done had to tell you don't say nothing about his Nessa.
Vanessa isn't crazy.
Vanessa isn't crazy, he said. Bill like, okay.
Come on, man, take it easy. It's just a joke. But that does answer my question. You care.
Yeah, you do care. A little.
Be careful,
too
Joey.
much.
It's not safe to swim with sharks, even if they are as pretty as Vanessa.
You need to be taking that advice yourself over there sleeping and swimming around with your own wife, Haley, because Haley ain't worth a doggone. You about to find out. Who are you to call anybody a nasty woman, Vanessa, when it is part of your name over here? It is, man. You are the queen of nasty. I know you ain't name called a girl. I know you not.
With you, surely Ted has sense enough not to get back together with that woman after everything she's pulled.
I would have thought.
You mean like Doug didn't have a good sense to get back with you after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 14, 16, 14, 16, 21, 40, 50, 100, 60, 90, all the men you got with. Girl, stop. You got some nerve, Vanessa. You got some nerve, girl.
So, but I also thought that Ted would never lie to me for basically our entire marriage.
She probably
picked
that tie up in a store just to mess with you.
I would agree with you if it wasn't for one thing. Ted's initials are on the back.
What's that prove? The shop could have monogrammed it.
Vanessa, I had this exact tie made for Ted last Christmas.
You know you're rich when you get your ties made. I have known people that do that, but I'm just saying. So you go in, you pick out the fabric, you pick out how wide you want it to be, you pick out the backing that goes on it. So she knows this tie. She knows this tie.
You don't suppose Leslie snuck into Ted's room somehow and swiped it? It's not that far-fetched.
You ought to know how all the lies
go. At the same hotel. She probably used Eva to get access.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's possible.
Listen, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You're divorcing Ted, right?
Mm-hmm.
I served him with the papers.
So why do you even care?
Good question, girl. You are divorcing him, so why do you even care? Why do you care, Nicole? You keep saying, be gone, get out, it's over. Ted is back in his hotel room. And it's Eva.
You busy?
No, come in.
She got her Queen Sheba, not Queen Sheba. What is it? Sheba baby, like the 70 movie. She got her look on.
I was angry when I found out you slept with my mother, especially since I warned you how she'd take it.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like you took advantage of her.
Look,
wait now. I know your mama lied to you about how it went, but you don't know yet that he did not take advantage of your mama. Your mama took advantage of him in a sense. Okay, so but then again, Ted, now you don't know what this woman is. I had to see it from both sides. You don't know what Leslie's situation is. You know how she roll. You know how she get down. You ain't had no business, sir. Not none.
I'm not gonna make any excuses. I was upset about Nicole divorcing me.
Oh, you mean it didn't have nothing to do with Leslie being pretty? Oh, you mean it didn't have nothing to do with Vanessa? With Leslie having the body she got. Oh, you mean it didn't have nothing to do with her being sexy? Oh, you mean it ain't got nothing to do with what y'all had in the past?
All right, good news.
Bill and Haley are getting a divorce.
Hold on, I got a text while I was talking to you guys. So what happened is that Leslie came over to the table and asked Anita, could they talk? And she was like, girl, I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. You better get up away from my table before I mess around and slap you back over there to the opening where the door is, over there where the bar's at. But she ain't said all that, but you know. We back to Andre and Danny, and I'm going past them because I told y'all I don't want to hear nothing about this today. I'm sorry. If them are asking them, not today.
Because
Okay.
I'll screw myself?
Leslie was like, excuse me? Excusez-moi? I was good. What you say? Parlez-vous français? Girl. I like the way they panned around this table real slow, though, when they were having this particular conversation when she decided to go on and talk to her, because it really looks like we were looking in and really a part of the conversation that was going on. It was a slow sweep that went around the table. So it was really good. The colors are really pretty in this episode as well, as far as what everybody's wearing in the background and all of that. All right, moving on.
Language, Auntie, language. Perhaps you've forgotten where I come from. On the other hand, I have not. And I'd advise you to step off right now before I take off my earrings.
You're going to make me take off my earrings, little girl. You better back away from this table before I forget that I am the great Anita Dupree. And I have to revert back to Cabrini Green. Nita.
Hey, Auntie, why will you not tell me about my biological mother?
Because I am not going to allow you to use Barbara to emotionally manipulate me.
You know, I only...
Do y'all think she really want to know about her mama or not? Because, I mean, it would make sense that she want to know about her mama. I don't know. You think she really want to know about her mama? Or she over here... she just start some stuff. I don't know.
I found out that Barbara's my biological mother. She gave me to her friend Peaches at birth.
Anita, do you know Peaches? Is Peaches ringing a bell? Was anybody in the neighborhood called Peaches? Did y'all used to call Barbara Peach or Peachy? Go ask him.
Ask him.
Go to the source, darling. Go to the source. No need in making all these accusations and letting things run free in your mind. Just go and ask him. Did you do anything with Leslie?
All right, I let Vanessa get under my skin.
She got more than your skin.
I don't mind her being there.
And Doug? You mind him being out to get you?
As if he could. He is a gambler indeed.
Yeah, it was a bold move. But this time you bet on the wrong horse. You're a far more valuable ally than Doug could ever be.
And I thank you for the heads up. I am curious, though. So how did you respond when he brought you this opportunity to upend my life?
You know, whenever you bring somebody a little gossip, and then they say, exactly what did you say when she called me a bald-headed cow? Now, when she said that my lips looked like they had been beat down by Mike Tyson in a fight, what did you say? When they were saying that my husband was a low-down, dirty dog, girl, what did you say? See, that's the tricky part right there. If they flip it back on you. So, Joy, why are you asking him that?
I told him what I tell all my clients. I'll think about it.
When they told you I ain't really got no hair up under my wig, what did you say, huh?
Well, think slow. I need a little time to figure out what I want to do.
Anything else?
I got this.
When they said I be musty all the time, what did you say?
Well, of course, we never had this conversation.
Oh, we stuck to safe ground. Weather, crab cakes, the Commanders.
You don't seem worried at all about Bill Hamilton pulling the fast one.
I'm not.
You should be.
There's no way Bill is going to double cross a brother for some.
Baby, what you mean? Ain't no way Bill gonna double cross you. Bill will double cross anybody, maybe except his children. Maybe except his children. And I ain't even sure about that.
Two-bit slimy good fella. Don't underestimate Bill. The only color he sees is green. That is the exact language Joey Armstrong speaks.
Well, you may be right. There's nothing I can do about it now. Maybe a move I can make. I'm listening. I got a guy.
Hold on.
Source. Maybe he can help us see which way the wind is blowing.
Okay, so dig this. He said he got a guy. He got a source. Maybe he can help us see which way the wind is blowing. Now, this is either Marcel or this is Haley. We just got to wait to see. Because, see, Haley's in the house with Bill, so maybe she can find out which way the wind is blowing that way. And then Marcel knows Joy, and maybe he can find out, but we got to wait to see. Because we need you to hurry and make that beeline back over there to Haley.
Who's your source? Confidential one.
You don't tell Doug nothing else. Doug talk too much.
I never had a chance to know my birth mother. Barbara gave me up, and then she took her own life. You were young girls together. You probably knew her better than anyone. All I'm asking for is if you could just give me a little more insight.
Does Leslie really want to know about her mama or no? I mean, it makes sense that she would want to know. Even if it ain't nothing but to be vindictive about it. I mean, but I don't know, girl. You got me confused already.
Who she was.
Why should I give you anything when you have brought nothing but heartache and pain since you darkened our door?
Hey, Terry Anthony.
But you are Barbara's flesh and blood. And the child you were should have had the opportunity to know her birth mother.
Oh, she pulling at Anita's heartstrings, I guess.
Maybe you would be a half-decent human being. If
Maybe you would have been decent. A half-decent human being if you had known your mother.
Bad.
Well, I guess I'll take that as a no. At least I tried.
This is where you should have started, Leslie, but you coming at starting mess.
She'd want you to know she was smart and scrappy. Barbara wasn't afraid of anything or anybody.
Just like you.
There would be no articulates if it hadn't been for Barbara.
That's right.
But she was let go.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Leslie, you better not be playing Anita, because baby, Anita, you gonna make a. I told you, you gonna make Anita turn into Nita girl. Just keep on.
We grew up in Cabrini Green in Chicago.
Let me tell you something. I'm from Chicago, baby, and Cabrini Green was nobody's joke. You know, that's where good times was supposed to be at, and even they didn't depict it as to what it really was. Okay, so if she came through there, she's a tough cookie. Had personality.
We'd sit in the stairwell of our building, practicing our harmonies night after night.
Girl, now y'all was not in no stairwell or Cabrini Green practicing no such a thing, baby. Not in Cabrini Green, y'all wasn't.
What did you admire about her?
Everything. She had an ear that we all wished we had. And our motto, better together, sisters forever, articulate strong, which meant that. We were all diamonds in the rough. But being in the group shined us up. Except for Barbara, who never really lost her street edge.
And was that her crime for you, Anita? She was a little too ghetto for you, Anita. Because you can tell Anita's always been very high tone. Even though she was in Cabrini Green, she lived there, but her mind was not. She was better than.
That's why I was so shocked when she...
That was a beautiful tribute that you guys gave her at the concert. Thank you. Thank you, Anita, for all of this. It was refreshing.
Yeah, but what you gonna do with it to turn it ugly?
Painting a picture of my mother that I never knew.
Yeah, we just need to know who your daddy is, because we done covered that your mama was a nice person. But girl, whoever your daddy is, he ain't wrapped too tight. Because you got this from somewhere, girl, but you ain't get this from Bob. At least we don't think so. It means a lot. It means a lot. Anita, like, Lord, I don't know.
Hey,
This
I'm
is
your
really
man.
bad.
And looking forward to seeing you and Chelsea for dinner tonight. Yes.
Come through, Bill, with the suit on.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Ew.
Now, mind y'all, Bill was just over there uptown, and with Joey, Vanessa, and now he's at the country club, and Doug has entered the chat.
Doug, you're not here for me, are you?
No, I'm having dinner with my wife, but actually, I'm glad I ran.
I believe you, Elaine. That's what I think happened too.
Page about what we discussed earlier, right?
Listen,
Bill Hamilton. 2 times in one day. Lucky me.
You know, one thing about that Vanessa, she not even trying to hide that she ran into Bill early, and Bill looking at her like, you a whole crazy fool. She's like, 2 times in one day. Oh, right in front of her husband.
Are you joining us for dinner?
No can do. I'm just meeting my daughter.
He done had enough of you today, girl.
It was nice to see you earlier.
Check this out, though.
You saw Bill?
I bumped into him at Orphy Jeans.
So she decides to lie and say that she bumped into Bill at Orphy Jeans. It's Orpha, little lady. Not Orphy. It's Orpha Jeans. It may be Orphy, but I'm just saying. The way we say it around the way, it's Orpha Jeans. Come on now. Even though it is spelled Orphy. Is that the lady name? I might be done fussed it up for nothing. But look here. She was at Uptown with Bill, but let us not forget that Doug has been at Uptown all morning. So she just lied and told Bill that I'm saying Orpha Jeans. I'm sorry. Doug has been at Orpha Jeans all morning. So she just lied and told him that she was at Orpha Jeans. And he just looked at her like, you lied.
What were you two talking about?
Golf.
So he decided to lie too.
Shall we?
After you.
So now that you know exactly where Mama's head is at, what are you going to do about it?
He don't know.
When I get drunk and sleep with
do it with her again.
Stars.
He gonna do it again. Probably. He all doing all that windmilling last week about I can't stand even no more because I think she gonna tell her daddy. She can have a moment and get mad. People get mad and say stuff, but they ain't beefing about it, and that's all that should matter. Y'all got to learn to let other folks' beefs go. They done let it go, let it go.
And on top of all of that, you are my dad.
That's right. Oh, she first time said something. Well, she didn't call him daddy, but she said
I can forgive you.
That's right. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. They hugging it out and everything. That's nice. That's nice. That's a cute shrug, blue jean shrug she got on. That's cute. That's real cute. Now, as soon as she go out the door, and he sit down to look at them divorce papers, he gets another knock on the door. And he was like, hold on, you forget something, Eva? And then he opened up the door.
I didn't forget a thing, but apparently you did.
And it's Nicole.
Where'd you get this?
From your old girlfriend, Dina. I ran into her.
Girl, you coming in the door hot.
Asked me to return it to you. She somehow...
Nicole has decided to enter the chat already with an attitude. Attitude already on 8.9. She ain't but one little step away from a 9 to a 10. You better tread light, Ted.
Ended up with it after the two of you had sex. Or at least that's what she would like me to believe. Maybe you'd like to clear things up?
No, he would not like to clear things up. Every man in the chat knows. Every man in the chat know that Ted would not like to clear things up. Ted would not like to talk about it. Ted don't want to talk about it. Ted don't want to talk about it.
Starting to worry about you.
No, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I came out here to reach Danny and...
Now, you know you a whole lie about you done came out here to reach Danny because you've been gone long enough for her to get antagonized by Leslie, not once but twice because she was about to walk away. So who are you calling, Vernon? Were you trying to act like the phone wouldn't have worked at the table? Who got you so caught up that you need to walk away from your very own wife in order to come out here and make a phone call? We done found Chelsea, so we know that ain't it.
Couldn't get her, and I got stuck on a call with the dean from Banneker about next semester.
Y'all know them deans from Banneker. When they get on the phone, you can't get them deans from Banneker off the phone for nothing. Not be the right word. That would not be the right word. That would not be the right word. Y'all did not bond. Y'all had a moment, though. We can say y'all had a moment. Just a moment now.
We did have a moment.
Are you telling me you connected with that woman?
Absolutely not.
Stranger things have happened.
I connected
with Barbara. Okay, now she at home. Dana back at home looking at a picture of her mama, and then she gets a knock on the door, and it's T.
Nicole gave this back to me. Said she got it from you. Don't worry. I'm not going to yell at you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want me to.
I like that belt.
I could throw in some choice words.
Well, why is he tying her up with this thing here? What y'all on? 50 grades of shade of 50 shades of gray or something? You in there tying up with this tie? What in the hoop did boom boom is going on here?
Kinky. Like the old days. Yes, Ted.
Like the old days. What were you and Ted?
Let's do it all. Grab some whipped cream.
Whipped cream? What y'all gonna do with some whipped? What y'all cheering gonna do with whipped cream? What are we doing?
Tie me up.
No, girl. Now listen here. Now we got no. Y'all doing too much. You're doing too much.
This is all in your mind.
What?
It was all in her mind. It was a dream.
Tell me the truth. Did you leave that at Leslie's after some sordid liaison?
Well, now, Ted, this is where you almost could have lied, but you know, she said, did you leave this at Leslie's? Did you leave it at Leslie's? Let's see.
I haven't been to Leslie's and I don't know when.
Okay, that was a good open, Ted, but you sort of lied.
Before.
See, now right there was the slippery slope for you, sir. Right there was the slippery slope for you, sir. Okay? You just... Slippery slope. You on a slippery slope, sir. You just done slid right into that lie.
So you didn't sleep with her?
Well, they wasn't sleep. That's what they didn't. They wasn't sleep. They was not sleep. They was not sleep. They was not sleep. Because she said that's what she needed to hear.
Hear it, Ted.
I won't repeat my past mistakes. I won't lie to you.
You did it.
He did, girl. He did.
I did.
I see.
Baby, I'm sorry. I just got in the papers. I was wrecked. I got wasted on a bottle of bourbon. She came by and...
Child, that Mad Dog 2020 will do it to you every time. Every time.
It was a mistake. You have to know that.
She don't want to hear it. I'm going to tell you now, she is checked out of this conversation, sir. Nicole, Dr. Nicole Duprees Richardson don't want to hear nothing from you right now. She don't care. She don't care no more. She don't want to hear nothing.
What a convenient time for remorse.
It was a drunken moment. I regretted it instantly.
Yeah?
Why do y'all think that be gonna fix it? I want you to know is that as soon as I did it, I was upset with myself. I was mad. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I wish I had did that. I ain't even like it. It's not gonna help you, baby. You may as well call her back over.
Like your last regrettable mistake?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it will never happen again.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's up and stuck now.
You filed the papers.
Now that's true. You have filing papers, girl.
Judging by your reaction, it's as if you still care about me.
Cause she do, and she was making knee-jerk reaction decisions.
Do you?
She ain't about to answer all that. Well, she might.
I'm sorry, okay? Look, I'm sorry. I made
Stop with the sorries, Ted. She don't care if you're sorry.
In my right mind.
She don't care if you wasn't in your right mind.
You're right. I do care. Mm-hmm. Because it is something very powerful that I can use against your ass in court.
And I think she meant that child.
You are sorry. Go to hell, Ted.
Well, child, that's what happened today on the gates, okay? I think that was the end. Let me make sure. Yeah, they got the next time on the gates. Baby, today was something. It was something. Hold on one second. I got to send a text before I forget.
Next on Beyond the Gates.
Okay, no, I ain't going through all of that. Hold on. Specs for the book. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's what had happened today, y'all. I ain't gonna waste no time getting these gates open, but today was something else. Thank you all for enduring watching me listen to it, because stuff got so intense today. And my day was, I couldn't go back and watch it again. I was like, they just wanted to put up with me listening to this. It's Friday anyway. Okay. So anyway, let me get ready to drop this link for you guys. Hold on. Because it was a lot. It was just a lot. Okay. So is VAR and Bilo Didi still in here? Let me see. VAR and Bilo Didi. Are y'all still in here? And anybody that wants to come up is welcome to come up as well, darling. But they had first had something that they wanted to talk about that they had been discussing down in the chat that they wanted to finish up talking. But we have things that we can cover that went on this week as well, because this was a busy week. Like, this week had so much in it. I never about forgot all the stuff that was in this week. I ain't about to lie to y'all. It was a lot. It was a lot. Hold on one second. Let me pull this paper back up. Not that one. What did I do with those two papers? Because I had taken them with me. Hold on one second, you guys. That's okay. I'm just going to have to use my pictures to remember what all happened this week. Hey, Carolyn McWilson. I'm just going to have to use my pictures to remember what happened this week. So I dropped the link. Let me make sure I did put the link down there in the stream. Okay, so I put the link in the chat, and the lines are officially open. The lines are now open, and you know you want to gossip, so
share what you're thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
come on up here. You know you want to gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
All right, you guys, that is why y'all my best friend. I see Bilo Didi has entered the chat. Hold on just a minute, sis, and I'm gonna let you. If VAR ain't in here, I guess I have to read his comments. Let me see which day y'all was in here discussing and whatnot. Okay. Hold on, I'm coming. Eyes coming. Let me see if I can find this this video for you guys. But yeah, this week has been a lot. What's going on, Linda? You sleepy? What you saying? Carolyn McWilson says, hello, everyone. Jen, gatekeepers and mods. Hey to you too. Okay. Where is... Okay, let me click on this one. Okay, let me Click on this one. Okay. Now, I think that you all were having y'all discussion on the, I want to say on the 15th. Let me go back and see because it means you're thinking about it. Okay, so hold on. Okay. I'm trying to, so it wasn't the 15th. Let me see if it's the 16th. Because if he's not here, I can just read his comments for him. These comments. Okay, let me see. Okay, hold on. Oh, I know what it is. It's the day that Ted did what he did. That's what it is. So it must be like the 17th. Is it the 17th? Nope. So the 18th? It could have been the 18th. Let's see. Raven Maniac. Wait a minute now. 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th. Was it the 15th he did what he did? Oh, it was the 15th. Ooh. Okay. Hey, Miss Lil, I see you back there. Y'all hold on. VAR, okay. I could be wrong, but I think Ted gave Kat the key. Okay, so this must be the day that she came. No, this is the day it went down. So the 15th. It wasn't the 16th. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. So if he's not here, then I'm just going to read his comments so that you guys are able to hear what his thoughts on it was. Okay. All right. So I found it. So if he's not here, then I'll just read his comments for him. All right. Miss Lil, welcome to the stage. And Bilo Didi, welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. How you guys doing this evening?
Oh, fine. How are you?
I'm
Hi,
doing
Miss Lil.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Bilo don't come up here too often.
I'm gonna be low and bar have the stage tonight.
You know what? I don't think he in here. Because sometimes on Friday he
He
be
was
in and out doing
earlier.
things. Huh?
Yeah. He was there earlier. I saw him. Yeah.
He might not have wanted to be here for the watch along, so he might be back. So I'm just going to read what his comments were, and then you can offer your rebuttal to that. And if he comes back, then we can definitely he can come in. And let me drop this link one more time. Oh wait! What did I do? Okay, wait. Okay, hold on.
I want Elaine to come up.
Oh, you want Elaine? You want Elaine to come up? Okay, Elaine, you have been requested, Elaine. She said, "Come on, Elaine." All right, hold on. Here is the link again. Let's see. Every week I gotta refigure out how to drop the link. Okay, there it is. Computers are not my ministry. They're not. I be feeling my way around. Okay, Elaine, what you say? I see E-Daddy's here. All right. All right, Elaine, what you say? Bilo says she want to talk to you. Okay, so let me tell you what Vara's initial comment was. She says she coming.
Oh, good.
Okay, so Var said, I'm looking forward to having a discussion because it seems like some people think that men cannot be taken advantage of. And he's surprised by that. And let's see, he had another comment. He said, let's not wait. Okay, I see you, Elaine. Hold on one second. Let's not forget the fact that Ted was taken advantage of, and it was a woman. If it was a woman, everybody would be in an uproar. Okay, Var said, give him 5 minutes and he'll be up. All right, so welcome to the stage, Elaine, and welcome to the stage, E-Daddy.
Hey, guys.
Hey, we missed you, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
Hey, guys.
Girl, we ain't heard from you up here in forever.
Yes, I understand. I actually enjoy just listening to other people and listening to the engagement. And I've been typing to you guys while you were up here, and I feel like you listen to me. And so I don't feel the need to, I have to go up and you hear my voice because you're responding to me and we still get to hear everyone's thoughts on anything invoking that I say, whatever.
By Friday, they sick of me. They want to hear from y'all. For me, they like, we get to hear somebody else talk. Praise the Lord. Okay. So you see what happened the one time Miss Lillian come up here. Everybody said, "Well, Miss Lillian don't even."
Yes, that was surprising. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, "What in the world?" But she was in the chat that night. She was in the chat.
Yes.
Okay, so what was it that? So what was it that we were just that you? Because I haven't been able to look at the chat. So what aspect were you guys? I'm gonna ask Bilo Didi since she asked you to come up. What aspect of what happened this week, or what thing that happened this week, was the thing that you wanted to discuss?
Well, just kind of piggybacking off of the comment section where myself and Bar were talking about the men being able to be taken advantage of. And my comment was absolutely they can be emotionally, mentally, but I don't feel like
this was
if
it.
physically or physiologically they have an advantage. And I don't think that women can force a man to do something that he doesn't want to do. That's my point of view. And I want to see if Elaine felt the same way that I do.
So I think initially when we saw the preview from last week, we all thought, "Oh my goodness, what's going to happen?" And then when we saw that he was tore down drunk on Monday, I think everyone wanted in their minds this to be a situation like, "Oh my goodness, he was taken advantage of." However, by the end of Monday, when he physically picked her up and dragged her to the bedroom.
He did pick her up. I didn't see it.
Yes, he
to look
picked
at the
her
screen.
up. She wasn't walking on her feet. Watch it again. She wasn't on her feet.
Okay.
He picked her. So I understand that if we saw her taking advantage of him in that room, taking his clothes off, and him being as unstable on his feet as he first started out. But he was not that way when they went to the bedroom. He initiated the kiss. She did not. And the dragging of anyone was done by him.
That's true, because he did put his finger on her lips before he kissed her.
And that was, shut up because you're talking too much, and this is going to disrupt me from forgetting what I want to forget, from allowing my drunken state to allow me to do this thing that I know is wrong. Everybody has this, right? You know what's wrong. You remember when you left the house, you went to a party your mother didn't tell you, your parents told you couldn't go to, and you ignore the voice in your head that goes, your parents told you not to do it. I'm not listening to you right now. I'm listening to what I want to do. So everybody knows when this happens, right? And so, yes, while at the beginning they tried to show him tore down drunk to make it feel like he wasn't in his right mind. But at the next morning, when he admitted, "I'm attracted to you, you're attracted to me," that should have gotten rid of all of the entire idea that you took advantage of me, because he admits to being a willing participant.
Well, I'm looking at the scene now. Go ahead.
And so my thing is, it's one thing for the audience to assume one thing is happening based on what we see, and I think it is. VAR it has a case to say there is a possibility that a woman can take advantage of him, and she certainly went there to do that. But I don't know that Leslie knew he would do all of that. He would be so vulnerable that he would take the lead eventually. And I think that's the difference. Ted took the lead at the end. He was not an unwilling participant at the end. And even when he was explaining, "I want you to leave, I want Nicole," he didn't sound sure. Did you hear the stuttering? I want Nicole. That is not a man who is standing on his own 2 feet and is like, "I'm sure I want Nicole." I think Ted has shown us that he is attracted to her, and there was a reason for the attraction. There's something in Ted I actually am not one of the people that believe that he hasn't done anything in this last 30 years. I don't, in this last 26 years, because
you don't.
No, I don't. I think this is his argument because he wasn't caught in the last 26 years with a woman like this. I think we will see that he has strayed on one night stands. Because Leslie is so far removed from Nicole, and he's getting something that attracts him. She is exactly the opposite of Nicole.
And I see you, Var. Hold on just a second. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was telling Var I see him, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Even Nicole knows that we are so far apart. And so I understand people are like, oh, Nicole needs to make up her mind. When you are cheated upon, a woman goes through these things in her mind. What was I doing that made him go? What am I not that made him go seek someone else? And you could be the most confident person. It doesn't matter how much money you have. When your husband seeks someone else out, you do question, what did I do wrong? Even as I personally believe, going through miscarriages and the pain of losing children and wanting children with your husband is not doing something wrong.
Okay.
I don't believe that. But you, as a woman, it doesn't matter how much time goes by. You say to yourself, what did I do wrong? And that is a hit to your. People think men have egos. Women have egos too. We just don't call them egos. We call it our self-confidence. It's a hit. And so she's thinking, what was missing in me? And so I'm less likely to go, Nicole needs to get herself together and figure out what she wants to do. Because after 30 years, I had him for 30 years, but then I find out the 30 years wasn't the 30 years, and that he sought someone so opposite to me.
Okay.
It is a hit. And so I think Leslie knows that. And when Nicole choked her, she said these things. In her fantasy, after the anniversary, she said it in her fantasy. No, she had Nicole come to her in her fantasy and say, you give him what he needs. I know I can't give him what he needs. Okay. I think there's a truth in that in Ted. I don't think it's long term. I think Nicole and Ted will be in game, but I also think there's something in Ted that makes him attracted to that negative, that bad girl, that even though he knows he can't stay with that bad girl, that's not his forever, he's still attracted to it. The same way Bill stayed with Danny and sees the connection, but had to run away to Haley for some reason, and is willing to give Haley what he did not give Danny, and is not giving Danny, and Danny's willing to understand it. So the difference between Nicole and Ted and Bill and Danny is Bill and Danny know each other. They know they're bad and good. Ted and Nicole don't. They believe the ideals that they set forth on each other.
Okay.
I think Nicole is going to be proven to be a bad girl too when we see what she does with Carlton.
Okay. Now hold on one second. Now, Bilo, hold on 1 second. So now, Bilo, Didi, did you want to speak next, or did you want Var to offer a differing opinion here?
Okay, so I can agree that we should give Nicole grace because the kind of hurt that she feels, although, we can say as viewers, well, it happened years and years ago, she needs to get over it. That's not real life. And I know, I try to put myself in the shoes of the character sometimes to say, well, how would I react. And I think that if Leslie wasn't just so present, and always in her face, I think she probably could get past it. But the fact that this woman is constantly, um, you know, in her face and infiltrating the family, things like that, it makes it that much more difficult to get past. But going going back to what Bar and I were discussing in the chat about um, men being able to, women being able to take advantage of men, I want to clarify my statement, my comment. I absolutely do believe that women can take advantage of men they're, through manipulation. I do believe that when I'm talking about, mentally, emotionally, um, that type of thing. My point was physically and physiologically that the act that happened because of Ted, not because of Leslie. And even though, and there's a saying that says, "A drunken mind speaks sober thoughts," and I think that he was attracted, just like Elaine said, he really does have a sexual attraction to Leslie, and it just, alcohol makes you lose your inhibitions. So, and he's emotional, he's upset, he's lonely, so he's looking for comfort. But still, he can't. Leslie can't make the act happen. That's a male. That's a biological thing that can't happen. So that was my point, and I stand by that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will let Bar have the floor.
Okay. All right. So Var, you were talking about that thing about that piece about Ted being manipulated, I guess, or taken advantage of.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to say hello to everybody.
Hey.
Also, I want to state, coming from the perspective that a lot of people don't put men's safety at the forefront, it's kind of wild to me. The simple fact that Leslie found out that Ted was actually drunk. As soon as she found out that he was over there drunk, she came over to his home and she proceeded to take advantage of him. Now, one would say, he actually, you know, put her to the bedroom and different things of that nature, which is cool, but he was not in his right mind. And if Ted was a woman and the cops came to the scene and they asked her and asked him, was that lady drunk when you came in the room? And that man answers yes, he's getting locked up. He's going to jail and he's going to do some time.
Yes.
In this situation, Leslie did come to the home. And if you ask yourself honestly, was Ted drunk? Absolutely, he was drunk. A lot of women do different acts. We can't get too explicit, but a lot of women do different acts and different things when they on that liquor. And after the fact, they get a pass. It's like she was drunk, or the man would go to jail and be like, she was drunk. You took advantage of her. I don't care what she did to you. You should have known that she was drunk and you shouldn't have been over there. And that was the premise of my whole statement. He did some things that he would not have normally done in his right mind. And it's like at the end of the day, that man was taken advantage of.
He was.
Yeah, I can't say that I disagree with what you just said about the comparison with a woman and and going over there when she was drunk. I don't know that Ted was drunk though when she came through that door. I think he was tipsy by that point. I think he was still feeling good because he was able to function. He was able to hold a conversation. He wasn't really certain. And we don't know how long he had been asleep either, So I don't know. But he said he drank a whole bottle of bourbon. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he was ripped.
I don't drink, so so bourbon is, I would take it is pretty potent.
That man was drunk. She went there with the sole purpose to take advantage of him, and she achieved her mission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Like, that
do
was
think
my
she
only thing.
went
It's
there to
like,
take advantage of the situation. Indeed, I think she did go there to take advantage of the situation, that his responses were slowed and all of that. But on the same time, I don't think Ted didn't know what he was doing.
Listen. On one hand, you can want something. On another hand, you can find a reason to get what you want.
Right.
I'm not saying that's not the case, but what I am saying is he wasn't in his right mind to make those decisions. And she should have made those decisions for him to say, Ted, you've been drinking. I'm not going to take advantage of you. The same way that y'all would like a man to react to y'all in that situation.
Hold on. Here come Linda up in here with these big words talking about somebody was ossified. Linda, what is an ossified? What is you trying to say?
I just say ossified.
This is what Linda gonna write down that he ossified. I told her about that high tone stuff. Just say he was drunk and Cooter Brown, girl. Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying, sometimes a little sympathy should be brought upon men. Now, I say that on one hand, I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth. I believe Ted really wanted it. I believe he went for what he wanted. And I said he should have did it from the beginning when we spoke a couple weeks ago. I said that's what he should do. And I've been super drunk and I have never been in a situation where I couldn't control myself, but I hear that it happens, especially with y'all women. So it's like, give us the grace that y'all give yourself.
Var said, what y'all gonna do is show some respect up in here.
Absolutely. Give them the grace that y'all would give to a woman. If this happened to Danny, oh man, y'all would be in not y'all, I'm not saying everybody, but people would be in an uproar. If somebody found out that Danny was pissy drunk at her house and they came over there and the same scenario happened, I think everybody would be in an uproar. Like, oh my God, she was drunk, y'all. She got taken advantage of. And I'm saying that's not fair.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There is definitely a double standard when it comes to men and women in those type of situations. But I think the double standard comes from, right or wrong, or whether you believe it or not, has to do with a man being more having more strength and more power in than a woman, generally speaking, and to overpower. And I think,
Oh, I'm not even talking about, I'm sorry, not to cut you. I'm not talking about a power structure. I'm pretty much talking about a situation where a woman could say that a man could say that the woman gave it up willingly. But as long as she's drunk, it's never willingly. So a woman could be there and do every action imaginable on her own per se. But at the end of the day, if you found out that that woman was drunk, the fact that she quote unquote gave some type of consent is out the window.
That's right.
Right.
So I'm not talking about overpowering. I'm not talking about physical.
True. Well, you have to be talking about physical because you're saying that if a woman is inebriated, not in control, passed out, almost passed out, whatever, and the act happens, that man is going to be held liable for taking advantage of that woman, right?
No,
That's
I'm
what you're
saying if
saying.
the woman is happily kissing on him and doing different quote unquote acts to him, none of that counts as long as she's been drinking. It's never consensual. It's never consensual as long as that woman has been drinking. So when the cops come the next day and they ask, was she drinking? Yeah, but she wanted it. She was doing this and that to me. I don't care about none of that. She was drinking, so therefore you go down. And he definitely did not want it to happen. If she would have caught him the next day in that same situation, he would have told her no. And I'm mad that they writing it as he's apologizing. Ted has nothing to apologize for. He was taken advantage of. Wink, wink, hint, hint.
You don't think they was about to do this anyway?
Say that again.
You don't think they was about to do this anyway?
I wanted it to happen. I did. but
see,
I don't know.
I don't think, except talking to Nicole, he ain't tried to paint it as, I don't think he's tried to paint it as that because I think he knows that he knew it's what he wanted. Really.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
The fact that he he was letting Leslie just bust up in his room at any time, just being too nicey with her. He never stood his ground with her, which tells me,
that's true.
Yeah, I don't really fool with her, but she was
weak.
I was weak. Yes.
Ted is weak. He's a weak man. I say that all the time.
Okay, so Elaine has written some stuff down. So Elaine says that she agrees that this can happen. While I agree that this can happen where women can take advantage, I just don't think this is the case. She does not agree. Even though she's up here, she wants to say that she can, but I was just reading her comment.
I'm sorry, I just didn't want to be disruptive because the discussion was happening. So I completely agree with Art that men can be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, and this is simply the writing and position of this show. I believe they purposefully showed us him taking charge and him initiating the kiss. And then the next day, him going, "This is not what I meant. I still love my wife. You're attractive," because he knew he had participated. Now, I could see if he got up and didn't remember anything and was like, "What happened last night?" Which is what I think the preview sort of gave us the impression of. But when he woke up and was like, "No, I didn't mean to. You're attractive. And of course, you're a woman and I wanted you and we're attracted to each other," that told me he knew he participated.
Oh, absolutely, he did. But see, a lot of times you can wake up and remember everything, and that's why a lot of drunks apologize. So they apologize for stuff that they did the night before because they was drunk. I've been watching a lot of police body cams, and you see people driving under the influence, but able to have a full-blown conversation with you, able to complete some of the acts, but it still don't take away the fact once they blow that breathalyzer, they drunk. So just because you can still move, your act will be, some of your actions, not all of them, will be impaired by the liquor. And that's why it's not right to take advantage of somebody while they're drinking. His thoughts, his actions was impaired. So he did some stuff that he.
Let me say this. In my lifetime, I've had probably more male friends than females. And you would be surprised at the number of men who say that their first time was against their will, that it was really taken from them. And, you know, like, I mean, well, girls are, "Nah, you gonna do it, you gonna do it, you gonna do it." So this, you know, that happens.
No means no. No means no. And Ted told her no several times, and she broke through that no. Now the man, they say you get with a woman, and she tells you no, and you're not supposed to talk them into it. You're just not. Once they tell you no, you're supposed to back up out of there and go about your way. Right. Ted told her no several times, and she persisted. And the fact that he was drunk gave her an in. And that's the only reason why she went over there that night, because she knew he was drunk. She knew his inhibitions would be down, and she knew she would be able to get what she wanted. And she achieved her mission.
She sure
did.
I agree. I mean, Leslie loves to exploit other people's weaknesses. Look at how she exploited Nicole's weaknesses during that anniversary.
Aside from Nicole's feelings about it, do you think Ted is really sorry about what happened? If it wasn't from the Nicole piece, do you think he's sorry about it?
Absolutely. That man is done.
No, he's going back, Var. It's gonna happen again.
You know.
Oh yeah. It would happen a million times.
He lost everything.
I really agree with Var about two things. Now, we are told that if a woman is past the point of being able to legally give consent, it is forced sexual activity. So my point is, I don't drink, never been drunk. But if you are a person, how do you, if it's just you and the man there, who decides when you are past the point of making a legal decision to give consent? Secondly, if a woman, if it's suspected, many men have lost their careers, if it's suspected that the woman was not legally able to give consent, you will go to jail. Now, I do agree with Var for that, and I do believe that there is a different standard. However, with Leslie and with Ted, it's so confusing. Because at first she barged in, she pushed her way in, and she was trying to take his clothes off. And then in the end, I guess I'm thinking that his hormones were probably so high from having been celibate till he decided, well, I'll just go ahead. You know, it's like you've been wanting a piece of cake for a long time. You're on a food plan that does not allow you to have sugar, and all of a sudden you just go crazy and eat the whole cake.
Miss Little, can I pose this question? Okay. The reason why I say that I think that deep down he wanted her is because, say that it was Mona or June, right? Pushing up on him. You think the same results would have happened? I don't think so.
Are you asking me?
No, I get your point. I get your
Yep.
point, and I'm not trying to deny the fact that he was physically attracted to her. He remembers what it was like years ago. Of course, he has all those memories because your brain is like a computer; it stores memories. I wouldn't dare say he didn't remember all of that. But what I am saying, at the beginning, it was forceful because when he tried to close the door, remember, she pushed past him, and then she was just talking all about trying to take his shirt off. But yeah, I truly believe.
Oh, hold on. Let me pause you guys. You have to say like actual, but you can't. You put the S on it.
Oh well, okay.
Like actual, bectual, anything with the S. Okay, but go ahead. Go ahead.
But see, like the other part, I do agree with the other people. Now, after she got in and she was taking advantage of him, when he came to himself, why did he participate unless he was so far gone then he just didn't see any turning around?
Yeah, he made I believe he made he was in an irrational state and he made an irrational decision. You know what I mean? And to the question about if it was somebody else like June or somebody, I think the outcome would have been the same. I mean, how many times do you hear the story about men and women waking up drunk the next day? Like, who did I just, you know what I mean, have relations with?
It happens, but I don't think it would have
It happens
happened.
a lot.
I don't think
a lot.
So far, okay, that's far-fetched, right? So this is a specific situation with these three people that are tied to each other under a very specific circumstances. I think it matters that the woman he decides to sleep with 26 years after he claims
He didn't decide.
he didn't do this is the same woman he slept with 26 years ago.
He didn't decide. That same woman was the only woman that was pushing up on him. The same woman was the only one came there to take advantage of him.
We do not know that. And
no, we do know it. They showed it. She came there to take advantage of him.
Yes, but you're divorcing him from, if it was this one thing at this one time 26 years ago and you're so sorry, why is the attraction still there?
You can't get away from the attraction. Like that's a misnomer. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. It doesn't make her ugly. It doesn't make her physically unattractive. The fact that he don't want her no more. She's her. She's still her. But see, at the end of the day, Ted had every chance when he was sober to get with her. It took when he was drunk for this to happen. And Ted don't even really blame it all wholeheartedly on the liquor. Like even when he was talking to Nicole, no, he did blame it. He blamed it a little bit.
He blamed it to Nicole, but
that's what I'm saying.
Actively says he's a participant to Leslie.
At the end of the day, though, the person that he actually slept with, or I'm sorry, the person that he was with after his wife was the same woman that was stalking him, the same woman that was always around, and the same woman that pushed on him while he was in one of the weakest states, both mentally. And I can't say physically, but all around mentally, he was in a weakened state. His wife trying to divorce him. He hasn't been with a woman in a while, and he was drunk. His mind was impaired. So yes, it did happen.
I think there's two parts to Ted. I think there is a Ted that admires the lady, the one who does it right, who has morals, who acts pure. But then when he now in his drunken state, he probably remembered the wild Leslie, because you remember she was bragging about to Nicole what all they were doing, and the flesh took over. That's no excuse. We all are responsible for our own actions, but I think he got too far gone. If he would have closed the door, been strong enough to close the door when he tried to when she first came in, it would have been different. But once he let her in and she started, yes, he was a willing participant toward the end. That's what makes people question him whether or not he knew what he was doing. Why was he willingly participating in the end?
Well, the best way to get at somebody is when they've been drinking. Like that's the best way. Your senses are down, your reactions are down. Everything is down when you're drinking. So that's what made it the right opportunity for her to get what she wants. I don't know how many times I can state it. That's just the facts on the ground. This ain't nothing that I'm making up or something that I'm supposing happened. This is actually what happened.
Well,
he was drunk.
I'm gonna say if Tomas had been thinking like, okay, maybe what Kat needs is to be tipsy and then she might relax and act better. So I will agree that if this situation was like the reverse where she liked him or whatever, but he did it that way, we probably all would be outraged.
Absolutely. Now let me say this because I want to be fully transparent. I don't agree with this. I truly don't. I had a conversation with somebody before, and they told me they did something that they did because they was drunk. And I asked the person, well, if a man was coming at you, would you have completed those same actions when you're drunk? People don't really want to hear that. So I get the other side, but pretty much I threw it in the chat tongue in cheek, like, a crime was committed against Ted. But it's really facts behind it to show that is actually a truthful situation.
Well, you know, we live in a society that has assigned roles to each gender. And this is, if you're looking at it, if some women are looking at it, they're going to see it differently from your point of view. And you did have some very valid points. I will give you that. Society will respond differently. The police will respond differently. But I think it depends upon the gender role that the person is looking at.
Absolutely, and so much stuff is unfair. Like it should be some type of when I saw that Eva came in to bring it back to the show again. When I saw that Eva came in and really was ripping Ted a new one, when Eva knew that her dad wasn't in her right mind, even though y'all say, hey, he could not have been as drunk as he was when Eva was there, I still kind of started to dislike Eva because she's playing like secret agent, and she's kind of like really messing Ted up by actually going to her mom, telling her different things, going to him, borrowing money, different things of that nature. And if it wasn't for her going and telling her mom the state that he was in, that whole situation wouldn't have never happened.
Well, I don't want to put that responsibility on Eva, and I was hoping we wouldn't bring Eva in tonight because she gets so much bashing. But one thing I will say I did not agree with, for Eva she knows her, and I know Eva has been brainwashed, but she knows how her mother is. Why in the world would you say you from now on it's going to be us against the world and a blah blah blah, and you know your mother will turn on you in a hot minute. She uses you, and I believe that's why the people who really like Eva would like to see her get some help, and she's a beautiful woman, and then she has a good heart, and to learn to be an independent person. She is an appendage of her mother, and I hate to see her get used like that. And I do agree with you. Eva should not really. I don't think she thought her mother, though, was going to go back and do that because she said, I'm off today because I don't have a boss. I don't believe she went to tell her mother so she could go over there. She would just say, I don't have a boss.
Yeah, I don't believe she went there to tell her mom neither, but you got to kind of know at this point, anything you tell your mom, she's going to use that ammo at some point or another.
Well,
so the fact that she went there and told her that Ted was in his hotel room drunk, that threw off a light bulb over her head. Like, oh, okay, well, let me go there. And it's actually, when you think about it, it's actually Eva's fault that what happened. That wouldn't have never happened.
It's not her fault. It's not her fault, but what she said led to it. Yeah, she didn't help, and it wasn't her fault. But what she said, her mother took advantage of. Now, I don't believe for 1 minute that this girl went over there and said, I'm going to go tell my mama that my daddy is drunk so that she can go over there and get my daddy. I think she was just talking to her mother about, I went over there and Ted was drunk. And I think her message to her mother was, he was drunk and he still really wants Nicole. That's what she told him.
Yes, but the whole simple fact that
even though he's drunk, he's still really in love with Nicole. That woman got up and said, okay, girl, I got to go. I got something to go do.
And she didn't find that suspicious.
Well,
you have to remember this. You know Leslie like this. You know Leslie is whatever. This girl don't know that.
Eva says she knows her mother and catches her often. But you can't know her and not know her. Which time do you not know me?
But don't you think people can know you and not think that you would do that though?
But it's still her fault because she knows what her mom does, and any information that you give her mom, she will use it against whatever. So the fact that she went there
she
and
learned
told
that today.
Ron, if you ask my son why was he not at work today, and he works for me, and he'll say I don't have a boss today. You don't expect that somebody's going to come over here and take advantage of me. They would probably think I was ill. But in his case, she did go on to say that he was still grieving over his wife and all of that. But please don't become an evil basher.
In effect, they said this is what happened. In effect, she was walking down the road. She was walking down the road and saw her mama, and she said, "Where's so and so?" And she said, "At home, fixing the shade mister." Okay, so she did not know that all that was going to lead to all this.
Just because you didn't know, don't mean that it's not your fault. Just because you didn't plan on it happening. Just because you didn't plan on it happening does not mean it's your fault.
Okay,
She
let's say
set
this.
this whole situation in motion.
Let's say you work at a bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you at home, you live around the way, right? And then everybody go, "Man, why you not at work today?" And you say, "Oh man, I'm not at work because our security guard got sick, and yeah, so I left early. You know, maybe I'm just saying all you said is that the security guard got sick and ain't no security guard up there."
Mm-hmm.
And then the people around the way go, "Oh wait, ain't no security guard up there today. Let's go on up there and rob it."
I left the bank vulnerable. It's on me.
That's not what you're thinking. If somebody just says, what happened up there? All the security guard gets okay. Let's not even say that's not why you're at work. Let's just say somebody says, "Oh, I saw ambulances up there."
That was a good example, though.
What happened? And then you say, "Oh, the security guard got sick and they had to take him away." And they go, "Well, did they send another one?" You go, "Nah." And then you go on in your house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, you didn't have any intent on it happening, but just because you don't have intent does not mean it's not your fault. Like, you know, like that's the whole reason that the bank got robbed. If you'd never spoke to somebody and told them that the security guard wasn't there or the security guard wasn't sick, the bank wouldn't have got robbed. Right. You didn't do it on purpose, but you did have a nice hand in it.
But anybody could see that there was an ambulance up there.
Yes, but in the eyes of the law, there is a difference between murder, one, and manslaughter. Manslaughter is
manslaughter.
Manslaughter. And I inadvertently went in the store. I grabbed something from someone. They fell, hit their head, and something happened.
Yeah.
The other one is I went in the store with a weapon and I made it happen. There's a difference in the law between you being responsible and accountable and you intending to do that action and being held responsible and accountable.
Okay. So
I
think that's what Laura is saying.
As far as perception is concerned, two questions. Do you think that Leslie thought that that's the reason why Eva told her?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. She just got the information that she got and just went for it.
Okay,
you know what I mean? But it's still Eva's fault. Eva should not mention Ted around Leslie ever.
Do you think Ted thought that's why she told her?
I don't even think he really gave it a thought because he's so willing to die on his sword for everything. You know, I think he just didn't give it any second thought. He was ready to take the blame for whatever. I don't care as Leslie came in there, smacked him up, and handcuffed him and everything. I think Ted's still going to take the hit on it.
Mm-hmm.
He was just ready to take the blame.
Okay. All right. But I can definitely see the argument about him being taken advantage of in this situation. I think she definitely took advantage of the situation. She did.
Absolutely.
She definitely did. But he's gonna do it again. But
he's gonna probably do it several times.
Ain't gonna want her. She's always been to him. Something to do.
Especially now, Nicole wants absolutely nothing to do with that. And that's another thing. I don't know if y'all touched on it because I was traveling, coming back at home. The fact that he told Nicole, I think that was a dumb move.
You think he should have told the truth?
Dumb. No, he shouldn't have told the truth at all.
He had to.
He didn't have to do nothing.
His main crime for Nicole is lying. He had
don't matter.
No. Varg, he would be doing the same thing that she's accusing him of, and so I think this is the one of the first thing he did that was the right thing. I don't think he's done anything right since the anniversary.
This was not the right thing for him. It was the right thing for Nicole, but it wasn't the right thing for him.
It didn't come out to be the result that he wanted. But if he's trying to prove that he won't behave the same way that he did before, he needed to do this. And this is the one thing I agree with him.
Can I get this out real quick? A man in his right mind is not going to admit to this unless you got him completely dead to rights. He was not dead to rights. He had a tie, and he was cool with his game, but he said, like, yo, man, she could have snatched it up, anything. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Now, here's the thing. He was not his wife is already to divorce him for what he did 30 years ago. So that shows that she has no type of I don't know, chill when it comes down to that. Some females, if the man cheats on them 100 times, they take him back. Nicole don't seem like that person. So he did it 30 years ago. She was ready to divorce him after 30 years. So then he comes and tells her, yo, I did this, blah, blah, blah. You really think she's gonna take you back? Absolutely. In what world would that happen? Because now it's fresh. It's fresh now. This ain't 30 years ago. This is yesterday. Do you think honestly that she would take this man back after that?
Var, this didn't just Var.
He could have won.
Tell the truth anyway, so he did right to tell the truth. That's just
but Var,
at least I would have had a chance to have maybe some time. She would have probably never found out.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay, you're the male in this. You tell me what Ted has done since the anniversary to make Nicole believe that he wants his marriage to work. In his other children's life. Does he know that his son is estranged from his husband? Does he know his son lived with his grandparents for a period of time because his husband threw him out?
You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. I always said Ted was weak. You're preaching to the choir. Ted is weak. I said it the whole time. But this could have been his power move by actually lying, because this would have been the only thing that would have kept him in the runnings to getting his wife back. Telling the truth automatically takes him out the runnings, because she didn't forgive him 30 years ago. She's not going to forgive him for what he did yesterday.
No, that wasn't going to work.
Hold on, Paul.
No.
The only thing is this. The only thing is this is though, like somebody just said, Leslie would have told it.
Yes,
but she couldn't prove it.
She already had proved it by having his tie that he just had on.
Like she said, she was in there with Eva. She could have snatched the tie up. Anything could have happened.
But that's a lie on top of
I'm saying he got to lie for another 26 years.
Absolutely. If he was cool with the first time, he was happy.
He was happy in between, but he still had issues because he was paying off less than money under the table. So that's not.
See, here's the thing. You can't you can, but to cover for yourself, like just to get something that you want, it's kind of, like you don't want to do that. Like I'm saying,
well, that's what he did 30 years ago.
That's what he did 30 years ago, and look where it got him.
It got him 30 years of happiness.
No, 26 years ago.
It got him 26. And the timeline don't match up neither. We could talk about that too. How is Cat 21 and this stuff happened 30 years ago or 20, whatever? It doesn't add up. But either way, he was. Yeah, Cat. She turned 21 on her birthday that they had on the show a couple months ago.
They didn't have a short affair.
Wow, it lasted for all them years?
Yeah, they saw each other. Remember, it was through pregnancies. It was some years that they was.
Well, pregnancies happens within years. Within a year.
The thing that broke them up.
Because according to what I heard on the show is that when Nicole conceived Cat, he dumped Leslie. So how can Cat?
He dumped her when she got pregnant.
They are both 26 and they are 2 weeks apart in birth.
Okay, but
it says 26.
The reason why he dumped her was because she got pregnant, I believe.
Yeah, he dumped Leslie first, but Nicole wasn't Nicole when she conceived, and he dumped Leslie because she got pregnant. I know he thought she was going to, unalive the baby, but she didn't do that.
Okay, so Elaine says that Cat and Eva both are 26 years old.
Okay, I thought they were 21.
I don't think that their affair was like 3 months or 4 months. They saw each other for a while.
Okay.
And
Got
then,
you. I
because
didn't mean to sidetrack.
remember she was talking about they was gonna move together or they was staying together or something. So he must have been at her house like all the time. And then when she was like, I want to make it permanent, he was like, can't do that. Yeah. The affair sounds to be about 6 months or more, Elaine says.
I didn't mean to sidetrack everything, but I was still stuck on the fact that now do y'all think if Ted being honest, do y'all think that's gonna have any shot at him getting Nicole back?
Okay, now Sharice
Not
Shanna,
now.
wait, hold on.
Not now. But
Sharice
it
Shanna
will.
says, do you think that Nicole wouldn't find out? She would, baby. Him lying would be perfect for the divorce,
Absolutely.
but not for the BM allegations.
Yes. So I think that this will help him in the long run because her problem is she doesn't, and this has to do with a woman's mind, Var, who is in this situation. Not that I've been in it, I don't know this exact situation, but I have been someone who's been betrayed. Right? So when you are going through this, your head is going, was I wrong on this? Did he lie on this? She has 26 years to go over. Was he lying when he said this? Was he lying when he said that? She's going through that. And then in the middle of the 4 months that they've been apart, she finds out he lied about my son 2 years ago and hid that as well. So to her, it's like, oh my goodness, this guy's a liar. I can't believe anything that happened over the last 26 years. And so while Ted and the audience thinks he hasn't cheated, and I don't believe that to be true, by the way. I think we will find out that he has done one night stands and hasn't had long-term affairs.
We can only go off what we know.
Give me one beat here. We want to welcome Sharice Shanta down to the comments section. You are now a gatekeeper.
Hey, hey,
Gatekeepers, a decree from the Queen.
Enough. Be seated.
Okay, welcome to the comment section, Sharice, and please don't let this be your last time. Okay, so let me say this to you, Var. Sure. I believe that men lie in situations like this because they want to avoid the consequences. That's the whole sole reason why they lie. Because they don't want to deal with a wife that's angry. They don't want to deal with her mistrusting him. They don't want to deal with all the questions that she's going to have from now on, and they don't want to deal with the suspicions. But what is usually said is that women can't handle the truth. The truth of the matter is that men can't handle the consequences of what they do.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, see, I like that you own that. You was like, for real, though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want, if I was Ted, I wouldn't want to handle the consequences of what I did. And that's why I would lie. Like because
we applaud your honesty.
At the end of the day, he's going to lose. He's going to lose by telling the truth. So therefore, the only thing I'm a fan of self-preservation. Mm-hmm. And you know, if I love my wife, I want to keep my wife. And although I might have made a stupid mistake, I'm not a fan of pouring your heart out and telling somebody. I think that's only just taking the burden off yourself. You live with the sins that you did. You live with the pain that you caused your woman, and you keep it on the inside because you're going to ruin a happy marriage by spilling your heart out on some crap that you did that you shouldn't have done. Keep it to yourself.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Your wife? Yes. Is that a happy marriage?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry, Miss Lil.
Is that a happy marriage, though? When you've got to lie and cheat on your wife and you got to live every day, like you said, you're covering up the sin that you've done. How can that be a happy marriage? You're just protecting.
Well, my wife would be happy, and I'm happy within myself. You know, you have moments sometimes where you sit back and like, oh man, I shouldn't have did what I did. But that's not something that's going to overpower you every day of your life. You know what I mean? You might have moments of, ooh, that was bad when you sit back and think about it, you know. But for the most part,
I'm shocked.
You shouldn't have did what you did.
I'm shocked at your reaction right now, Var. I'm shocked. I thought you were so different.
No, I wouldn't do it. Hold on. Let's get this straight. Let's get this straight. Hold on. I want to get this straight. I would not do it. I would not. But I don't agree with pouring your heart out to try to make yourself feel better to hurt your loved one. I don't agree with that. You shouldn't do it to begin with. So I want to make that very clear. I would not do it. You shouldn't do it to begin with. But if you do it, do not ruin your wife's happiness by unveiling that, because you got to get something heavy off your chest. Forget your chest. You done made your wife miserable. Forget your chest. You got to eat that.
When your wife is parading around and the town is calling her to be Miss Marriage of the Year, she's going for her yearly checkups, and she's saying, "Oh no, we don't have to do STTs. I am faithfully married, and we are monogamous, and we don't have this." And then what a fool she looks like when she finds out for years you've been having another woman. That just happened.
Well, you don't plan on getting caught. You know what I mean? So, you know how many people have lived happy marriages for years that never realized that their mate cheated on them to begin with? Like, that happens. So yes, that person died happy. That person lived a good life with her husband and thought her husband was the fruit of the earth. And died never knowing that he cheated on her.
Var, yes, you are absolutely right. Some people don't know that their husbands are scum. But once Leslie showed up in town, he decided to keep the lie going. And then the lie was famously spread in their anniversary party all over town. He needed to change his behavior because his actions up to that point led to that. He was responsible for how she found out, how she was embarrassed,
Absolutely.
his family was embarrassed, how his children reacted. He could not, in good conscience, say, "I should continue lying because this has worked out so well for me."
I gotta say this real quick. In good conscience, I should not cheat on my wife to begin with. So if I'm a cheater, if I'm doing that in not good conscience, why would I not do everything I could do to have some type of self-preservation? I cheated to begin with. I didn't do that. I wasn't a good man when I cheated on my wife. So what, I'm gonna pick the day to be an honest man and tell my wife? No.
Let's go back and listen to what Miss Elaine said. She made a lot of sense. When he was paying off Leslie, when he paid her that $50,000, he had ample opportunity to go to Nicole and confess. But he told Andre, he did not tell, of course, Bill knew. We didn't know at the time that Bill knew. He never went to his wife. He paid Leslie off. Once you start paying a blackmailer, you are just feeding a cancer. They're going to come back. So Miss Elaine is right. He paid her. He had ample time to go there and tell her. But instead of telling her, he paid Leslie, and Leslie did not leave town. She stayed right in town.
He did the right thing. He did the right thing by not telling her.
But you're paying her off. Now, come on.
I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying if the right thing was to pay her off. I'm just saying the right thing wasn't to tell his wife. You see, like, yeah.
Okay, so dig this. I know of a real life situation, right, where somebody had been married for dang near 60 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came out that the husband had cheated many times over the course of this. You thought it was a perfect, or she thought it was a perfect marriage. Just perfect. But, you know, they're older. He is sickly now. And then he wants to make this confession, right?
Yep.
And I have said, and this is exactly what I said. I said, if after, and then some, because a couple of these people was friends of hers too, right? I said, now see, in that situation, I'd have been like, and you telling me this now, why?
Exactly, to ease the burden off of him.
I ain't done. But my response to that would have been, well, I'm glad you told me that. Because I've been holding on to that two of your best friends who I had to pick somebody that was deceased. I was two of your best friends that are not deceased, and the mailman and so and me. We had 40 old dodo. Because if I'm gonna sit up in here and look at you sideways now, you gonna sit up in here and look at me sideways now.
And like you just
I ain't
said,
got peace of mind, you ain't gonna have peace of mind.
And like you just said,
in that case, I'm thinking you only doing that now because you trying to get right with the Lord.
And that's what I said. The reason why
it's good he told it. It's good he told it. But what I'm saying is, you ain't gonna sit up here and have be the only one sitting up here with peace of mind because you done cleared your conscience.
Why was it good that he told though? What made it good?
No, it was not. No, it's good that he went on and told the truth about it. But I'm just saying now that
No, I'm saying why though? What made it good though?
The me and me were the two shade him.
What made it good though?
Well, it's good that he told it. It's always good to tell the truth. It's always good to tell the truth.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why?
I mean, what do you mean why?
If a man
is gonna lie is to the person who's
because
lying.
if a man hold on people tend to say what lies they pick and choose what lies is good lies, what lies is bad lies, the whole 9 yards. If a woman asks her husband did she gain 5 pounds or did she look good in the dress, the common thing that everybody always say, a man has to lie and say yes you do, babe, you look good, you didn't gain any weight. You're still lying. Come on.
Did you break the vows of our marriage?
A lie is a lie is a lie.
Okay, so now let's look at it this way. Let's look at it because men are so
territorial. This is tongue in cheek, by the way. I just want to say that some of this is tongue in cheek.
Listen, men are so territorial, right? Y'all are territorials. Do y'all borrow each other's shoes? Have you ever rolled up on your friends and say, "Hey man, let me borrow your shoes. Let me borrow your suit"?
Some people do, but no, not me.
You got a wallet I could borrow?
No.
Okay, but women, we do that all the time. Okay,
absolutely.
Okay, but y'all are so territorial. You're not about to tell me that if you found out in the streets that your woman had cheated on you 26 years ago and she been sitting up in here looking at you talking about how you was the only one she ever looked, only one she ever looked at, you was the only one that ever made her feel like she wanted the this, that, the fifth, and the third, and then you find out in these streets. Wait, I'm saying, then you find out in these streets she was lying. I said in these streets, not from her. You found out in these streets she was lying. How you gonna feel? You gonna look at it the same?
Oh no, but
we could just continue on.
I want her to make me believe it for one. I'll give you an opportunity.
Make you believe it. She did make you believe it. The streets told you what happened was a man.
Well, if I'm gonna believe in the streets over my woman,
man knocked on your door and said, "Hey, I want you to know that son in there you think is yours is mine."
Listen, I can tell you this. This is what I'm saying. Everything is pretty much, and I mean, just my word of the night. Self-preservation, right? Everything is for self-preservation. So if she can get away with lying to me and making me feel good for all these years, then cool, do it. I'd rather you. If my wife was to cheat on me today, right? And we done went 10 years, and I'm looking at my wife lovingly, saying she's the only one for me. I don't want her to tell me 10 years later that she cheated on me during our first year of marriage. I don't need that in my life.
Now you know we
should have had me look at you sideways.
The difference, Var, is the woman would never tell you. It's
that's what I'm saying. And just like Ted that never told Nicole.
But in Miss Jen's example, the man told
Ted
the woman.
didn't tell.
And in
Ted didn't.
Ted's example, Ted didn't tell. Leslie
he admitted it. He admitted it. He admitted it. He should have lied. He should have held the lie down.
Okay,
he admitted
it. Wait, Elaine. Wait, Elaine. We got an answer for this.
For the smoke. I came here for the smoke.
Boo.
I came here. Give me all the smoke.
You know what? And not only that, I know Miss Elaine want to give it to you anyway, so I may as well give it to you.
Don't go over there. Don't go over here. I mean, don't fight.
All that's going down tonight.
I'm here. I'm in the ring. I'm taking all comers. I'm ready.
Look, let me tell you how bad. Let me tell you how you done upset Miss Lil. Miss Lil is quiet. Miss Lil is quiet, which means you done really got on her nerves.
She was agreeing with me for the most part.
Now she ain't agreeing with you now.
I don't know.
She ain't agreeing with you. I can tell you right now, she on mute over there probably.
I'm not on mute, but I do not participate, nor do I like liars. I have no use for liars, and I do believe that even if he could lie and last another 5 years, those lies are going to come tumbling.
They gonna catch up with you.
That's right. I know.
You probably too young for this, but you got that song, Murphy's Law is sure out to get you. What goes around comes around.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. That's why I can talk so freely about it, right? I live my life not to do things that I have, not to have to apologize to people or nothing like that. So I don't go out to hurt people. I'm not going out here to cheat on my wife to get caught up, whereas though I'm going to have to come hat in hand and grovel. My wife would tell you that on her own. Like, I don't speak to her out of tone. I don't cuss at her. I don't go through none of that. And I treat everybody the same way. I treat everybody kind of fairly because I do not want to be apologizing for no mess.
Look, B-Lo Didi just said the same thing. If your wife did cheat, don't worry. You will never find out.
So
I don't want to find out.
But Vaughn, this is the difference between men and women. Men would never have done what Ted did. Even if we cheated, the secret wouldn't have come out. This whole let me get billed to sort of hide my thing, and I don't know exactly what he did. It's gonna come back. I'm not gonna say anything. Leslie had Nicole on a roof.
Mm-hmm.
See, women tend not to get caught.
And Ted did not protect his wife. I'm sorry. Right. Let's get serious here. Let's go back in time.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. E-Daddy, you quiet. You ain't trying to help Va. He's one man up here swinging against all these women.
Listen, I'm a fighter. I'm good.
Help him.
I'm good.
So he actually helped in endangering his wife.
That was Sherry on the roof. You were right. I forgot about that. And then Ted went behind Nicole's back to tell Sherry.
And he still didn't protect her. And so the idea that somehow Ted is so sorry. And look at all that he's done. Look at all that he's done since February of the show.
And that was the dark, thick slice of chocolate cake. Not just Ted, yeah.
My wife says she would never cheat on me. She texted me while I've been on the phone. I had to put that out there. Yeah, she listening.
Oh,
she said she would never cheat on me.
That's good. Because if she did, you would never know.
And it sounds like the reason why cheat on her, but
I can't let y'all women get that off. I mean, like y'all taking pride in the fact that we would never know.
You would.
The reason why we would never know is because men don't act like y'all women do. Y'all women get emotionally tied up, and y'all end up coming after the wife and everybody else. Where a man that he'll deny that he's sleeping with the other person's woman.
But we know you're lying though.
No. What I'm saying to you is, if I came up on somebody that was with my wife, more than likely he would lie to me and say, "Yo, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't with her." Men hold it down. Women don't hold it down. Women actually go seeking the drama.
But women be trying to snatch your man. That way.
Yeah, they be trying to sneak out the drama. And that's the only reason why y'all can hide your lies and your affairs so long and so good, because men do not come after y'all.
Nah, I don't know about that now.
Sometimes you have a stalker. You might have a stalker dude that you got as your side piece. But for the most part, the side pieces, men know how to play that side role very well.
Now,
women don't a lot of times.
I ain't no liar. I ain't got time for that. I'd rather just go and tell you how I feel, what I think, and what I ain't like. What I ain't even like, I'd rather just go and tell you. But hurrah.
But if you would.
If I had to tell a lie. The thing is, here's the difference between men and women. Okay, so like Ted, when she walked in there, right? A woman would know the mere fact that you asking questions already tells me that you know the answer. Okay. So she said, oh yeah, she knew. She assumed. She just came to get it verified, is what she came to do, because all her spidey senses was tingling. So she said, did you do this, Ted? And then Ted said, I haven't been over the days, because he answered the specific question that she asked him. Let me break down to you how you know when somebody lying, right? She asked him a specific question and he gave her a specified answer. She said, was you over to Leslie's? Did you go over there and do such and so and so? He said, to his mind, he was like, whew, okay, she asked me about Leslie's house. I ain't been over to Leslie's house. The fact that you didn't say, no, I ain't been with Leslie, already tell me that you done been with Leslie and I need to change the location. Okay, so you wasn't over there. All right, second question. Did she come over here? And I'm trying to break down to you how women think now, because you gave me a specified answer. So now I'm going, he didn't say I ain't did nothing with Leslie. What he said is I ain't been over to Leslie house. So she said, okay. So did she come over here and do something? And then he said, and she said, gotcha. Here's the truth. I was drunk, this, that, the fifth, and the third, boop, de boop, de boop. She ain't care. She don't want to hear none of that. So I'm saying the difference in men is that y'all throw a lie out there. Y'all just pick a lie and just toss it out into the universe.
He should have shut her down, though. This is where he was wrong.
Women don't pick lies and throw them out into the universe. That's not the way a woman lies, because, you know, I guess maybe that's because our brains work so hard all the time. You know, we can do 19 things at one time. So if you ask her, so listen, so I'm saying you talking to a woman. Okay, I tell you what, let's reverse the situation. Off the rip, right? You be the husband who asking me, did I cheat on you? And it's the same Leslie in them situation. Let me answer this question for you. Go ahead.
Have you been cheating on me?
Why are you asking me some stupid stuff like that? Why? You been cheating on me?
Nah, I've been hearing some things.
No, you know what? Usually they say when a person come in and they asking some stupid stuff like that, it's because they feeling like they done something. So what you trying to tell me, Bar?
Come on.
Why are you trying to deflect right now?
I'm not deflecting nothing. I'm asking you why you up in here, up in my face, asking me if I done cheated on you. What you think I'm the kind of woman be in the street be doing stuff like that?
Nah, because for the last couple nights you've been coming in kind of late.
For the last couple of nights, the reason why I've been out, ladies, because I've been out talking to my girlfriends about the fact that I've been thinking that you the one up in here doing some stuff. Is you doing something, Bob?
Well, I guess.
Boom, boom, boom.
Huh?
Oh, she said, no.
Yes.
But the question still stands, are you doing stuff?
You know what? Yeah, I'm doing something. Since you think I'm doing something, yeah, let's say I'm doing something with everybody. Man on the first floor, second floor, third floor, and the man outside. That's what you think I do?
All right, then, cool. Now I know. What we eating for dinner tonight?
What you want? Because I'm trying to tell you, women come to I'm trying to tell you now.
I heard what you said, and I think Ted should have played a strong role and just would have been like, why are you worrying about it? You served me with divorce papers. It is what it is. Like, he should have took that stance with Nicole from the beginning. Made her wonder, because Nicole don't know if he slept with her. Same thing that what's her name was saying? What's the realtor lady name? I forget. Crap.
Vanessa.
Same way Vanessa was like, yo, it could have been this, it could have been that. Why are you just assuming that he was with her? You know what I mean? So she kind of had a little bit of doubt in her head. She wasn't 100%.
Now, look, I do want to say this about that little exercise we just did. So this is the reason why I don't like to lie. Lies have too many details to remember, whereas the truth don't need none. The truth is just the truth. Okay. Right. But once you tell a lie, you need another lie to put on that lie, to put on this lie. And then it changes the whole trajectory of your day. So if I say, what you mean was I would have? When? 2:00. Okay, well, what was I doing at 2:00? Now forever in life, I can never have been nowhere but what I said at 2:00. I was in the hotel room. So tomorrow, if I'm talking and I mess up and I say, you know, yesterday at 2:00 when I had went over to Orphan, I thought you told me you was at home all day. See, the lies it's just too much. I ain't got time for it.
That's on a very short-term situation. Unless you got a bad memory, you know, you should be able to remember your lies for one.
When you
yes,
tell
but
a lie,
Ted is going on a 26-year memory. This is 26 years of lies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he's not defending what he did 26 years ago. That's not even in question right now. He handled it this whole time.
He did something 2 years ago as well with their son. You don't know how many lies he has to keep up with.
But the whole thing is, the fact is,
a liar.
But the whole thing to go against what Miss Jen was saying, Ted has kept up with his lie for 26 years. He just got caught.
He didn't get
caught because he messed up.
He didn't get
caught because he messed up. He got caught because he got a jealous side chick.
He didn't get caught because the truth showed up. Did you see A Different World when Whitley got married? When she was gonna marry
yeah, when Dwayne came in there to stop it and said, "Marry me."
I'm saying when Leslie jumped up at that party, he wanted to be like her mama, like die, just die. he just wanted her to hush, child.
But to against your point that you made, though,
showed up. How many more lies, Var, will show up and then Ted is caught. We don't know because the soap just started in February. So even for the people who are like, oh my goodness, I believe Ted, just because Ted says this is the only lie, we just found out 3 months ago it wasn't the only lie when we found out Martin's secret.
No, I got you. We can only deal with
that this is the only lie.
But we can only deal with for real what we got in front of us. I mean, at the end of the day, Vernon could be an iller. You know, we can't put the K on it. You know what I mean? Anita could have been with Andre and everybody else on the show. We never know. So we can't really start speculating like that.
Suspicious behavior going. So this is the thing, Var. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You apply this in your life. If you say, you know what, I just caught my wife in a lie. And then you go 2 weeks and you catch her in another lie. Doesn't that make you think she's never lied to me before, and all of a sudden I find out she lied 2 times in a short period of time? What is happening with my wife? Well, everyone would say that, and that is what's happening with Ted.
It's not really 2 lies per se in the sense of a lie. One lie is a lie from omission, and another lie is, well, actually they both was lies from omission.
Where's your wife? I'm so disappointed.
You leave her out of it. She says she's happy with her man, and she know he just on here talking. Var just on here talking.
No,
now,
I really feel this way.
Hold on. Now, see, now I was getting ready to try. See here.
No, I don't need no bell. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. I don't need no bell.
Wait, hold on. I was getting ready to say that I believe you just opened up the door and threw a bomb in here to have a lively conversation.
Oh, that was the initial one.
Stuff. Yeah,
that was the initial.
Yeah, I was like, he just came over to make sure y'all had a tick boom and hit it.
Yeah, that was my initial.
No, but listen, here's a good point that Bilo Didi made. She said, men have horrible memories. Women don't forget nothing. Also, it is the reason why women can have conversations where we talk all over each other and 5 conversations going at one time when it's a group of women, because we can process it all. I get a little bit of hers, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We could do that. Y'all don't really like to talk like that. It confuses your brain. You can't do but one thing at a time, child. I'm trying to tell you. That's why y'all can't tell no tale.
That's physiology too.
That's facts.
I got my wife right here. Y'all want to ask her something?
Oh, they said y'all want that. Y'all, Var said his wife right here. Y'all want to ask her something?
No, but Var, I
wait a minute. Var said his wife right there. Do y'all want to ask her something? That's what he said.
No, I want her to go in the room and tell you some things that improve your perspective.
You know what? You could ask her. Does she think if the heat was on? I'm not saying is she, but ask her if it had to be a who gonna tell the best lie contest, who she think would win, you or her?
Who would tell the best lie between me and him?
Yes. If you had to, girl. Now, if you had
he would.
What?
Oh, really?
I don't lie well. I just rather take the consequences.
Wow.
Okay, see,
Mrs. Var, come on,
Mrs. Var says she said, girl, because I'm standing on mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard that too.
But I'm like him. I'd rather not do anything to have to lie about it. It's just easier.
What do you think about the Ted? Okay, now that we got Mrs. Var, because it sounds like you're involved. What do you think about the Ted, Eva, and Ted, Leslie, Nicole thing?
Let's see. I didn't watch today's episode. Y'all caught me in the middle of that. But just from the episode yesterday, it's a twofold. Yes, he should tell, only because he don't want Leslie's story to be the last narrative that she has. But then you also don't know, because I didn't watch today, did it actually happen? I know people that have been beyond drunk and their body parts don't function. So because Leslie wanted him so bad, she could have just stayed there and just stayed there with the embrace, and that could have been enough for her to make him believe that something happened because she knows he was drunk. To the fact that, when that eye contact and he was like, look, I want my wife. She had to figure out quick, how can she destroy it? Because she's like, I spent the night with him. This is what I want. I'm going to get what I want. So how can I destroy this woman?
You believe that Ted should have told Nicole the truth about being with Leslie?
I said, yes, it's a twofold.
What can he gain by telling her the truth?
He gains nothing. But it's the fact that the way Leslie rolls in her life, she's all over the place. She does not care what she says. Look how she shows up. She showed up when she found out, he was married to Nicole. Found out at her job, made things happen so that her child could get a job with them, so she can be the bug in their life. Mm-hmm. She has been at the club. She has been everywhere she don't need to be.
Tell it.
And it's like, so what's the difference of her holding this secret back, and then she can paint the entire narrative?
Right.
The only thing he has to say is like, listen, I agree. Yeah, he was more likely raped. But I'm sorry. Well, he was violated. He was violated. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? In the sense of him being violated of his conscious decisions. Now, with her being a psychiatrist, she has to work on body language, conversation, and eye structure.
Think about that with him lying to her, with her being a psychiatrist. That's another twist. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, she has. With being a psychiatrist, that's what they're taught off. They taught off of mind, spirit, and body language.
So do you think that Dr. Nicole should see it as he was violated and not that he really did something with her for real? Like,
well, I don't know if she's going to see it that way because she's in it. Mm-hmm. And when you're in it, you don't make the same decisions as if you were an outsider.
Right.
Because we all can have a level-headed, telling our girlfriends, listen, he didn't mean it like that. I think you're hearing it wrong. But if it was coming at you, the conversation is the way you want to hear it, the way you've seen it, whatever the past situation trauma was, you're going to stick in that mind frame. So Nicole probably didn't hear it in that manner. Mm-hmm. She was the victim at that point. Mm-hmm. So
okay, well, look, why you on here? Right? Look, why you on here? What you think about this Tomas and Cat situation? What's wrong here? What's wrong?
They don't connect. They don't connect. They enjoy each other's company, but they don't really connect. Because if you can't be intimate with somebody, they've tried to have real conversation. He don't like the mean girl image. So you can't really get the kind of spark. And he's kind of soft. She needs a bad boy in her situation. Somebody that's going to really rug and tug her a little bit for her to believe that that's real. He's just a nice guy. Most guys don't finish last or finish first.
Hey, I'm nice. I finished first.
However, most of them don't. If you don't have the right person, they really don't see them. Mm-hmm. And so Tomas would be better with Eva because him and Eva have more in common. She speaks with grace with him. Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. Cat is just a brat to Tomas, or basically anyone that's below her bracket.
Absolutely. She is a princess within her own rights.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for saying that, because I've been attacked so much for people thinking that I'm against Cat. Thank you, Mrs. Brown, for seeing that she is a glorified brat.
Yeah, she's
laughing at Mrs. Barr.
I have a girlfriend that's just like that, and I don't understand her husband to be, but she's exactly like that. It takes a special kind of individual.
Okay, so now what do we think in the end with Ted? Now he might have been taken advantage of. She took it when he was in blah blah blah. But here's what I'm saying: you think he going back around there?
I hope not. I honestly pray not.
You think he ain't going back over there?
Pray not. No. Nothing great has come out of it.
He going over there.
You think he going for one more stroll?
He going for a few strolls, because one thing it seems that Leslie know is what he like, and she keeps saying it. She keep laying heavy on that Nicole is boring and cold and stuff.
She gives that visibility in that type of activity.
And do. So I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know what to think no more. Because Carlton is coming now. I've seen that in the previews, and when the man was over here for the interview, he kind of hinted at that.
I wouldn't have been. Now, I don't understand their conversation, because Ted should have said something to him, because it's absolutely no way you would have been able to sit that close, regardless of what I'm going through. No way.
Now, Raven Maniac says, welcome, Mrs. Varr. I like your analysis of what may have transpired while Ted was inebriated. That's a thought that is a real possibility. They like you around here, girl. You may as well come on back.
I'll sit on the sidelines for them and allow y'all to enjoy.
And let's say that after speaking with you, we can see really what your and Var's probably attraction for each other was, is that he talks good, you talk well, like you both probably really was like, I like the way he communicates. Girls, what you say, I'm telling your friends, girl, I like the way he talk. We be talking and stuff, just be talking and talking, you know. So that's a good thing to have, is to communicate. My parents were married for 63 years, I think, before my dad passed away.
Wow, that's beautiful.
One of my favorite things used to be to watch them from the living room. They would sit, they get up in the morning and have breakfast, no TV or nothing on. They just sit there and be talking to each other. You know.
Oh yeah,
we've done that.
Mm-hmm.
He can be in the basement, I'll be in the bedroom, and we on the phone like we don't live in the same house.
That's nice. Well, please come back again, girl.
Well, I'll definitely be listening to you all.
You look, call in on your own device when you get.
No problem.
You can
y'all
talk,
have a good one.
All right, you have a good night.
Yeah, I told y'all I don't duck anything.
That's good. That's good. See, we like to hear you now. See, that's a good thing.
Anything that I say, my wife will know about it. I don't hide nothing.
There's somebody that raised you right. My cousin is like that too. That child will be like,
people say, is your wife around? I got something to ask you. And I'm like, you can ask me whether my wife around or not. She gonna find out anyway.
Mm-hmm. Now look, this is how I've always been. I remember when I was around, I was maybe 21. This girl has said, I heard you call me stupid. And I said, I did not call you stupid. I called you ignorant, which would be far more worse by what I meant by it. And I said that I thought, I told if you tell whoever told you that the next time to quote me right and get it all. But that's the way my daddy raised me. If you said it, he said, if you're going to be bold enough to chunk a rock, be bold enough to say you throwed it.
Absolutely.
So, and that's what I live by. Because your mom and dad were so cute together. I love watching them do the dishes together. Yeah, they was cute. I enjoyed speaking with you, Var. I didn't agree with everything you said, but I respect your opinions. It's good. Y'all, we had a good time in here tonight. And let me look at these pictures and see that we missed something, because I had put pictures in. We ain't even talked about Bill and Haley this week.
Yes. Bill and Haley. We didn't even talk about Doug. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Now, Haley know good and doggone well. She need to stop being so. Why she want Bill and Danny to fight so bad? She don't even want them being friends.
You gotta respect it, though.
I totally agree.
Why they can't be friends? You the one starting this woman.
I told my mom this, but I enjoy watching Leslie way more than I enjoy watching Haley. They're both narcissists, both the villains of the show, but one is entertaining and the other is not.
Now, how many narcissists we got?
A lot.
Okay, so who are we counting as narcissists?
Well, Nicole's starting to be a narcissist.
Nicole.
Joey is definitely a narcissist.
Not Nicole.
Not Nicole.
I can kind of see that with her.
Well, maybe not.
Okay, so you got.
Like I said, Joey's definitely a narcissist.
Okay, you got Joey.
Cat is 100% narcissist.
Haley and Bill.
Haley and Bill?
Yeah, and also Vanessa. Vanessa, something is definitely wrong with her. She needs to therapy. Oh my God.
I would like to know, you proposed the Haley situation. I can understand why she wouldn't want Ted around around Danny like that. It's clear.
In normal situations, when there's been a second marriage, when there's something for the children, the husband and wife go as a couple. Now, what I don't understand about the dinner party, why couldn't they go as a couple? Well, I do understand, because like my son said, the girls don't like her. So normally a wife and a husband would go as a couple. The mother and her husband or boyfriend would come as a couple, and then the girls would come. But in this case, I do see, and I'm not that crazy about Haley, but I do understand Haley's bit. Why he's going to leave her at home.
Exactly.
He's going to go and be with his daughters and his ex-wife. Now, Danny does not have a husband. If Danny had a husband, that would be a different story. But why are you leaving me at home to go and be with your daughters?
Exactly.
So I don't agree with what Haley did. I don't appreciate it at all. but I can understand that just seems fishy. It doesn't seem right. If Dana had a husband, if Danielle had a husband, that's one thing. She has no husband. You don't even know she's going to have a date, but you're going to set up a party where you and she are going to chaperone just like you still married to each other. That didn't sound right to me.
Yeah, they got grown kids. It's not even a real need for all this interaction between Danny and Ted. The kids are grown. I get y'all going to events, y'all can be cordial. I mean, Bill, I'm sorry. I get that y'all going to events, y'all can be cordial at events, but no, you're not going to Danny house to have a dinner. No, that ain't happening.
Well, like I said, they had the party in the restaurant. The dinner party was going to be, I guess, at the country club and the restaurant. His wife normally, and Haley, I think, I don't care for Haley, but fair is fair. Why would you tell your wife to sit this one out?
Yeah.
When you're going to be with your ex-wife and the two girls, and the ex-wife is not married. That doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, Miss Jen, I gotta agree. Nah, that wouldn't happen. You would allow that to happen if that was you? If you was in that situation? I like to always flip it to people.
What would I allow what to happen?
Would you allow Ted to go with Nicole and the two kids and you not be? I mean, Bill. I'm sorry, I had Ted on my mind.
I don't care.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, that's that man family.
Yeah, but not Danny.
If I feel that's part of that man's family. So what I'm saying is that if I feel like I'm so secure that I got you, I love you, I'm not about to babysit you. You ain't got to babysit no man. If he gonna do what he gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, but it's a situation where you can allow
if
the
you
flame.
said you going over there to see about them kids, you better be over there seeing about them kids, because if you was over there doing what Ted be doing, it's gonna be a problem.
But you can allow the person to be in a situation where the flames are stroked. And I don't think, like, okay, it's a lot of events that my wife goes to sometimes that, I might not want to go to, but I go there to support her. I'm there. She told me a story one time that she heard about a man whose wife would, just go up to the events all the time. I believe she told me that story, where the wife would go up to events all the time and it'd be always the same dude there. And he kept asking her, well, where's your husband at? Oh, he's home. He don't feel like coming. And then over a period of time, they end up kicking it. He end up sitting at her table, whatever. And then a relationship formed from that. And I don't want you to be in a situation where I wouldn't want Bill to be in a situation where he's constantly being around Danny and different things of that nature.
Here's the key words you're using: all the time and constantly. Now, would this be going on all the time? No.
Okay.
But if once, twice a year, you got to do something with your kids, or it's a graduation and they ain't got but 5 tickets and they want their mom and their dad and their sister to go. So I'm saying go do your thing, but all the time and constantly, no, we're not doing that.
Okay.
My mom didn't raise no
Why
food.
did he find the necessity to ask Haley to sit this one out since Danny doesn't have a husband and the two girls are going to be there? I guess I understand why he didn't want to bring them, because Naomi is still very angry with her.
What, not to come to what?
To the dinner party. He didn't.
Wait.
The girls wouldn't have showed up.
I don't think he told her to not come to the dinner party, did he?
Yeah, she couldn't go. Remember, he just left last night and he went with the two girls. It was supposed to be Danny, Bill, and the two girls. Haley raised sand about that. So Danny dropped out, which is we give her credit for that. And
okay. Well, you know what? In this particular situation, right, just in this snapshot in time, I could understand them wanting to do something as parents with just their children, because Chelsea is still in a place, and I don't think that Haley's presence would be something that would be conducive to environment that Chelsea needs to be in. So now this is something that I've always felt. If my ex-husband and I had children, if they wanted his picture in the house, I would have allowed it there. That's their daddy. If he wanted to stop by at any time and help them with their homework, take them to go do something, I don't need no court to tell me that. And I've also said that I think that children should be able to experience some normality with just their mama and their daddy, to go get some pizza, to eat some ice cream. Y'all should be able to move in harmony long enough for this child to feel some stability within itself and still understand that we're not together, but that we can co-parent together. Okay, so in this case, this girl has been kidnapped. She's having a hard time getting over that. And if she needs to spend some time with just her mama and her daddy, and not her daddy's woman that stole her mama's husband, and I can't stand you and you sit there, okay, then I can see that. But if not, but if her and Bill was talking about we need to get together and eat dinner together to talk about it, now y'all ain't going to do all that.
Now I think now I see your point, and that's the same thing E-Dad had pointed out. It is stressful because Naomi has no use for Haley, and we know Chelsea's going through a crisis. And to bring her to the party, it might be more stressful for them. Maybe that's why he asked her to sit it out. But then I have to give Danny credit for it too. After Haley was against it, Danny withdrew because Danny had planned for all of them to be together as a family.
Mm-hmm. Danny also suggested he buy his wife jewelry. Yes, so I do think she's going out of her way to sort of make her appeased, because she also sees that Haley feels uncomfortable. I know this is uncomfortable, and I know we know Danny wants Bill back, but I think Bill has been clear with her, and I think she believes him.
Yeah, he told her nothing is going to happen between you and me. I love Haley. He told her that.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe Bill.
No, I believe Bill still got feelings for Danny too, because
I don't believe Bill at all.
Look, Var, I want to ask you this though. I wrote this down to ask you.
Okay.
Do men feel that marriages that start with cheating have do y'all feel like that's gonna last? Because most people, like on the women's side, would be like, child, you fight, that's the way y'all went in, that's the way y'all going out. Do men feel that too?
I mean, unfortunately, I can't speak for the voice of the men. Because my views tend to be a little different than a lot of men that I come in contact with as well. But what I can say is, I mean, that plays a little part. Same thing with like a one night stand situation where you meet a woman on the first night and y'all do what y'all do. Some people could never trust that woman. I look at it differently. I've been in relationships that started off that way before. So it's I don't know, it's weird, but it's certain things you can never put past your woman at that point. So like you could never say to me, I'm not that type of girl. You can't never get that off to me because you was that type of girl with me. So it's a hard thing. But yeah, like I could never put it past you. If you cheated on your husband with me and now we're together, I could never put it past you that you wouldn't cheat on me.
Okay. That makes sense.
So you kind of start off in like the negative. I can't hold you to that high esteem to say my woman would never. Yeah, she does, and she did. I hope that answered your question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second, Mr. Raven Maniac. We had a goal of 10 super chats tonight, and we only got the one, but hey, I'll take the one. And Mr. Raven Maniac was the one that gave us to us, so he provided y'all with a little dance tonight. Here you go.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
I hope I'm not the only one be singing and dancing. Because I do. I be over here getting down just for the funk of it. I do. But thank you, Mr. Raven Maniac, for that. He says, Raven Maniac, wait a minute, hold on. Can't walk and chew gum. In other words, join us Monday and watch the game. What do you mean? He said he wasn't going to be able to watch the live Monday because his Ravens play. They got a home game on Monday. He was like, so I ain't got time to play with y'all on Monday. I guess that's if we on in the evening time, but because I'm getting closer to doing this brunch, I'm going to try to get this stuff pumped out earlier because in the evening time, I'll be having stuff to do. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Elaine T also hit us with a super sticker. Thank you so much, Miss Elaine T. I
I'm sorry.
appreciate
I've
you,
been up
girl.
here talking, and so I usually, do the goal thing and everything, and so I just start typing and everything, and I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay.
So I usually give you something. I apologize.
Oh no! I appreciate it because you ain't got to do a thing.
But Raven Maniac, he reminded me, so I'm always gonna do it. So I thank him for doing that for me.
No, okay, thank you. Okay, now Bilo Didi said, if it was anyone but Haley, I would disagree with you, Miss Jen, because she is foul. However, as a stepmom, I would be highly offended if I was deliberately isolated from supporting my husband. I guess it depends on the situation for me, Bilo,
Yes.
because in this situation, see, the way you got with your husband, like you said, ain't the way Haley got with her husband. So that's why I'm saying within this Haley situation, her presence would not be appreciated because this girl she did too much. You did
The
too
girls
much.
probably wouldn't even stay. Like the girls wouldn't probably even stay.
They probably wouldn't have. Now,
they wouldn't have gone if
they wouldn't have wanted that.
Right.
So whether Bill brought her or not, it wouldn't have worked out right anyway.
But it's one thing I really take my hat off to Danny for. She did not cheat Chelsea out of this reconnection with her father. If it takes this for me to bow out of the party, then the three of you have the dinner party by yourselves. And I do take my hat off of her. But at first, and I do agree with you guys, the way I was looking at it from a somewhat normal stepmother, usually at these occasions, the stepmother goes with the stepfather and the wife, the ex-wife, with her husband or date. But this is not a normal situation, and you're right. Naomi has no use for her. This might be more stressful for Chelsea, and I do agree. He was probably right to ask her to sit this one.
Right.
Oh, was I know we be blowing past it a lot, but and I find it kind of weak too. The Ashley and Derek situation.
Oh, God.
Horrible, just horrible.
Like outside the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As I told Mom, the only reason why that happens is because of Haley. Haley was the one that set the groundwork for it. Sure, Andre made that kiss, but Andre would have not made the kiss if Haley didn't lay the groundwork for it in the first place.
You mean Ashley?
Yeah, see what happened. Haley went into the hospital.
Yes,
and she said she was ill, and Ashley took care of her. But of course, Ashley probably knows that the real thing that went on. But Danny went to the hospital crying because Danny thought the argument she had induced unliving the baby. So Danny was in such a real bad shape that night. She went over to Andre's. Andre went there he was going to break up when she got there. He was going to break up with her, but when she was so bad off, he decided he would comfort her. So he comforted her. They had a kiss. He slept on the couch, but Ashley came to the door while they were in an embrace. And
yeah, she got over that though.
Yeah, she changed her mind, but she never would take him back. Remember, she wanted to be a traveling nurse. She had all these ideas in her mind, and her mother was telling her to come back down to earth. But after that, I think Ashley got hurt, and then she didn't. That was prior to her fiance being injured. And for some reason, she shut Andre out because he went to her workplace. He framed a photo of Paris, I think, or whatever it was they did that night, and he took it to her, and she wouldn't accept it.
Yeah, they got past all that though. She believed Andre when he gave her the full story. She believed it. That's why she's still connected to Andre. That's why she called him and invited him to the hospital and everything else. And she still has feelings for him. I was mainly talking about the whole Derek hiding the fact that he can feel again. I was wondering, like, what outside the show, how would y'all feel if y'all was in the same boat and somebody was running that on y'all?
I ain't marrying you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not marrying you. It's as simple as that. Once I find out this wedding is canceled.
So I think that's obvious, but more importantly, I think this is showing that he wants her no matter what. And she only wants him out of guilt. But
Out of guilt. Yep.
Even now, she's doing everything to prove it to Andre. She wants to rub his nose in it, and that makes Ashley. I always knew Ashley wasn't a nice person because of the way she treated and talked to Derek. But the fact that she wanted to bring Andre in and rub his nose in the fact that she has agreed to marry Derek, what is the point of this?
That's true. That's
yeah, I didn't get that neither.
He so I don't like these scenes because what's happening here with these people? You're not really friends with Andre. And so I wanted to invite our friend in. It's just fake and phony. But Andre is near to tears looking at them. Being gushy with each other.
Andre and Danny got a happy drunk last night because Danny had a drink that she put all of the characteristics of Bill into the drink, and I don't know what she told the bartender to make, and she said it was, I guess it was strong. And then Andre had a drink made to remind him of Ashley.
Yeah, she said call it the Ashley.
Sweet. It was sweet and understanding. Yeah, he's still smitten with her. But the thing about it is that I think Ashley has some psychological problems and she needs some help because when Derek was available for her, she didn't want any part of him. She told him it would never happen between them. Then when she found out he may not walk again, all of a sudden now you begging him to come home so you can take care of him. You're going to do your nursing and a man, and I guess Var and E Daddy would know about this, but in my understanding of it, a man wants to lead and care for his wife.
E Daddy, you be out here dating? What is you doing? We ain't talking to this girl. You better bring this girl on here so we can talk to her.
See, what happens is that men want to lead, protect, provide, and Ashley doesn't seem to understand. For Derek, the leadership part is very, very important. However, I do agree with Var. Lying about the feeling in your leg is not okay, and that is not a good way to keep somebody engaged to you, even though you didn't ask for it. She asked for your hand in marriage. You ought to be upfront. Even Shanice doesn't agree with that, but Shanice won't tell.
Let me say this before it changes. So I want to applaud the fact that the likes match exactly the number of people in the chat. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, we will take that. Okay.
I wanted to say, as far as the Ashley situation, I mean, it happens a lot. You see it a lot on TV. I don't know how much it happens in real life, but you know, where you was going to break up with the person, or you broke up with the person and they get injured, and you feel the sense of compassion for that person. And the fact that Ashley is a nurse, you know, and I guess to the heart they say that they want to help people and different things of that nature. I think that could be something that kind of drew her into Derek at this time. They try to make it seem like Andre and Ashley had such a relationship beforehand, even though they didn't really show us that. So it was like, you know, her whole thing, you could see that, you know, she kind of felt like happy, but kind of, it seemed like kind of sad at the same time when she was telling Andre about her, you know, getting engaged.
Okay, well,
so it's kind of weird.
With the friend, that's all she felt that she and Derek could be was going to be friends. With the friend, you support, you encourage, you exalt. But when you start to enabling and taking over their lives and you're going to mother them, a man, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, does not want another mother. He wants a partner, a person who would love him, respect him as our leader in his home. But Ashley just became consumed now with taking care of him. She's already tried to arrange the basketball for wheelchair people, and he told her no. He didn't want to do that. So
I thought that was nice.
Yeah, but this is out of guilt, Miss Lowe. She's guilty because she thinks she drove him to run the race and be irresponsible. This is not out of her sense of control. This is because she thinks she pushed him to do this and she's responsible for the situation.
Yep, and that's why, I mean, she went to propose. That's why she's down to take care of him. I mean, because she has that take care of nature, for one, being a nurse, and like she just said, she feels a little guilty for breaking up with him to begin with. But please believe, if he didn't get injured, she wouldn't have never went back to him. Like, that wouldn't happen.
That's the way I feel too. That's why I don't believe the relationship is genuine,
Oh, it's not.
because when he was
It's not. She don't want to be with him.
Yeah, it's not genuine at all.
On his feet, he would do anything. And he even said, I will take you anywhere in the world you want to go. But that wasn't enough. She had this fantasy, which I can understand, of Andre going to all these different cultures and nursing and getting her license in different places. Now all of a sudden you want to take this man that needs to still feel like a whole man, and you want to become his mother. That's not good for him, nor is good for the relationship. He doesn't want someone to mother him. He wants to be a man.
No, he does. No, but I gotta contradict that. He does want somebody to mother him. That's why he's in the hospital bed, still acting like he can't feel. And I applauded when Shanice stabbed him with that needle. You know what I mean? Like, he does want the mothering. He wants Ashley in any way that he can get her.
Well, I don't think that's so much for wanting her as a mother. I think I agree with you. It's manipulation, and I don't approve of it.
But Ashley was manipulating him in the beginning.
Yeah,
Ashley manipulated him throughout their whole relationship until she got him to behave badly, and she got to.
Hold on, how did she manipulate him? I'm lost on that part.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Ashley's behavior was horrible, but what I am saying, just think of you, and I truly believe that you have a high self-esteem. Yeah. I do not believe, and if I'm wrong, you tell me, that you would want to keep a man because he felt like you couldn't function as a whole person.
Yes, of course.
And I don't think you do that. And that's what I'm saying for Derek. That's where now I think that part is wrong, because she did propose to you. You didn't ask for it. But now, like Shanice told him, if the nerves are being repaired, you need to tell her, and then she might want to make a different choice. Shanice didn't say about a different choice, but I'm saying that. Why would you sit here now if you're already feeling now on your thighs? It might go on down to your legs. You're not telling her, and that's like you manipulate. That's manipulation.
I think if we don't understand anything about Derek, he went to her 3 times and said, okay, here I am again. I'm going to give you an opportunity. This is my last time. He went to her 3 times. And
yeah, I would have been done after the first.
She harshly turned him down.
Mm-hmm. How did she manipulate him, though? I was curious. How did she manipulate him?
The manipulation happened when she knew she was attracted to Andre, and in my opinion, kept making big deals out of whatever she claimed she had a problem with Derek with, although she had been with him for 2 years.
I think she really, I think she really felt that way. He hasn't lived with her.
She overplayed it because she was annoyed with him because I really liked Andre.
Yeah, I mean, but is that really manipulation? If I am annoyed with you for whatever reason,
manipulating our relationship. If you don't want to be with me, just say, "Listen, this is not working out for me."
But at the time, she didn't really.
And then you started to nitpick. Oh, it's the refrigerator. It's the towel. It's the.
Can we admit though? Sometimes we do.
When he first left her, she was dreaming that Andre was making out with her, and that Andre brought the coffee to her bed. So yes, you're right. Her mind hasn't been on Derek for a long time. I think what might have happened, if Derek had stayed up on his feet, mom talking to her and helping her to understand a man like Andre, who's been in many cultures, had many women come and women go, women are easy and all of that, she might have convinced herself to go ahead and just do it as second best. But no, she was not into Derek. The way she did him and the way she talked to him, she was not. And he begged her, And that one time when he tried to propose to her, she considered that manipulation. She got all dressed up and he was taking her out. She thought she was going to dinner, and he proposed to her. She got fiery mad with him.
I do believe that you can be in a situation and you're not happy with it, but you still can be there. I don't believe that's manipulation. I just believe you're trying to figure things out. And in a nutshell, you can be mad but not understand what you're mad at. Or you can be on ease. So the fact that he did scratch up her refrigerator, the fact that he was bringing in a big moose head, the fact that he threw away her food and different things of that nature, all these are things that one would get frustrated with. And the level of frustration, we really can't determine that. I don't feel as though it's manipulation though. Like I can't really see how that would classify as manipulation. She really did think that she wanted to be with Derek. Like she really did. Like I don't know. She didn't really even break up with him. He broke up with her.
Well, listen. Now wait a minute. Would you break up with someone you have begged them? You had her all dressed up. She put on a bodycon, spaghetti strap, went out to dinner, thought she was going to dinner, and that man humiliated himself in the dining room.
No, he broke up with her. He broke up with her before then. He broke up with Ashley when he moved out.
When that's what I mean. The last time he got on his knees, and do you know she bawled him out for asking her to marry him?
Yeah, you can't break up with me, right? And we didn't solve the problems that we had when we broke up. And now you want to propose to me? Like, in his right mind, he shouldn't have did that anyway. He put the horse before the cart. I mean, the cart before the horse.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You might be right there.
He should have. They should have addressed the situation at hand and then moved on. But they was broken up, and for him to make the grand gesture of proposing, we didn't get past what we broke up about.
That's true. That makes a lot of sense. I will agree there. But I can tell.
Var, what about what's happening this week? She invites Andre, who they are not even on really friendly terms.
That was foul.
And you invite him to tell him, the first person, that you are announcing your engagement to him, and you think that's okay?
No, I said that was foul, but she's delusional right now. She's trying to convince herself that she's really into Derek. Like that's what she's trying to do because she feels as though it's the right thing to do. Derek is now injured; he can't walk or whatever. So now she's trying to act like and trying to feel like, hey, I'm 100% in. She's trying to convince herself, and by doing that, it's like, okay, Andre, my friend, let me give you the good news. She's really just trying to convince herself that it's really more than what it is, and it's really just more than the fact that she's feeling guilty, and that's the only reason why she's going to quote unquote marry him. But yeah, I think she's just delusional right now. She's caught up. I don't think she's doing anything on purpose to anybody. It just seems like she's trying to convince herself. Hello?
No, I'm listening.
It got quiet.
I thought you were talking to somebody in particular.
No, we was having a back and forth, and then it just got quiet.
That's what I was saying.
I'm sorry, I was muted, but
okay.
It feels to me like she's purposefully doing this to Andre, because Derek would never have invited Andre there, and she goes in to say, I think we should tell Andre together, and he was like, what, Andre? Why are we telling what? What are we doing?
She's trying to convince herself.
Yes,
you can't see that though.
Purposefully cruel, and I understand that
it's not purposeful though. If
innocent, but why would you tell the person who you were just getting ready to start a relationship with that you're now back with your ex? And not only that you're back with your ex, he admits, I thought you would move in with him, but I never thought you would be married. Why announce this to him personally in your hotel room while you gush over him? I mean, in your hospital room while you gush over him? This seems purposefully cruel.
She's trying to convince herself, like I said earlier, she's just trying to convince herself that she's actually feeling for Derek. And she's trying to let Andre know, hey, look.
Andre's expense. Why is Andre in the hotel room with them while they're doing
men? For you to convince yourself, I do not
want
he's wrong. Man to convince himself that I'm his best choice if he doesn't really want me above everyone else.
Now, some of the
she was
comments
wrong.
are Veronica Warren says she got upset when she saw him with Shanice. And Belinda says, Below Didi, sis, you're so right about Ashley. Okay, I'm going to skip over this, Elaine, because I think you said some of that when you were talking. Ashley got mad when she saw Derek and Shanice together. That's why she had Andre on the side. Elaine T, what was Ashley's reason thinking she had to tell Andre anything? These minor irritations were symptoms of a much bigger issue, picking fights over nothing. She is, in a sense, is just another cat, right? Really and truly coming up with any and everything. Because I mean,
trying to control everything.
You didn't never go over Derek's house and see he had that moose before he bought it over your house? Because I would have said, now look, now you can't bring that moose over here now. You're going to leave that at your mama house because that don't go with my decor, brother.
Not everybody is straightforward. Like some people are passive aggressive. She strikes me as the type that's passive aggressive. Her moves, her actions, and different things that she's doing is really showing passive aggressive.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Just don't tell the people.
Passive aggressive and they can be deceptive. You
now,
think
y'all,
they're your friends, everything, and then before you know it, you have a knife. You have a knife on your back.
Well, see,
exactly.
I don't see Ashley as passive aggressive because the things that Ashley was doing, and I do agree, she thought Derek and Shanice had something really going on. Shanice was helping him with his exercises and all of that. She did not want Shanice to go out with him, but still she was hanging on to Andre. But I don't dislike her. I don't dislike her. It's just that she's hard to understand. But what she did for Derek, it is not good for him, nor is it good for her. Even if he never learns to walk again, he can still be a real man with leadership skills and he can have a good life. And you take a man and you're going to mother him and make him smother him like he's a child, that's not good. And Derek ought to be ashamed of himself for not telling her that he can feel in his thighs. Because if he
I tell him I'm glad he can feel, and I'm out.
I got a question. Like that's the second time you said it though. What do you think though about some men who likes the mothering though? Like why is that such a negative?
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
No. I was just commenting on the fact that she said, she's mothering him and different things of that nature. I was like, well, what about the men who actually like that?
Well, I think nurturing goes on in a healthy marriage. Nurturing is very important, but you don't take over and become the controlling parent in a marriage.
No,
yeah, she got that controlling edge. Even with the apartment, she's just a control. She's a control freak too.
Well, she must be. She done jumped up and asked him to marry her. But I guess he did just had asked her, but she should have just waited for him to ask again. I can't. My asking button on that is broke.
I don't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. No.
My daddy gone, but my daddy be like, baby, now baby, now girl.
Now, what about Doug? Do you think he's going to get offed?
I think Doug is a poor excuse, and I am so hurt over Doug. I'm too hurt over Doug to even be angry with him. Anytime you have no more self-respect for yourself.
I think I need Doug to get back to the operating room because I don't know what he's doing now. All we see him doing now is doing stuff he ain't got no business. Like, can you be the excellent doctor that we signed on to see, sir?
And yes. you know your wife has used those escort men, and she is with this man, Joy. He walked in, and Joy was leaning against the table with her, and that weak man went home. And then she said tonight, after she does all these things, I still want to go home and get in the bed with Doug. Who wants you bringing your STDs and everything home? This is ridiculous. I feel so. He disappoints me as a man. He really.
Why is it with this show though? Let me see. The only real strong man on this show is Bill.
And Bill is a bad boy.
And Derek as well, but they're even weakening Bill and Derek, so you just can't win.
Nah, Derek wasn't strong. I gotta disagree with that. Derek ain't strong.
Derek?
Yeah, he said Derek. Derek is not strong.
You mean Derek, the one that's in the bed right now?
Yeah, Derek is not strong.
Right, the one who was told no 3 times and is still begging and pleading and now manipulating her with pretending he's ill. Yeah, Derek is not strong.
Yeah, Derek is not strong at all.
But now Bill is a real he-man, but Bill has he has bad qualities, cahooting with killing people and things. So
we can't say that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But his androgen is high. I give him that.
Those are characteristic flaws, Miss Lil.
Yeah,
Those
but he's still strong.
Virtues of strength. Strength is standing up. Strength is handling your business. Strength, and it's that doesn't mean these are real qualities of strength. It's what society sees as qualities of strength. And he is defending his family. He is the one who goes after the people who comes after you. And so that's what he's seen at.
Yeah, all that defending is not necessary. Bill is doing bad things.
But he's still strong in doing his bad things, though.
Handling more, no offense, he's handling more business. I'm very disappointed with the Duprees right now.
I am too.
Because in the chat, I exploded on, and I'm not exploding on the Duprees necessarily on the writing about the Duprees. They preface this show as being the strong Black family who's powerful and rich, and they run this community. And we've seen them do nothing. The first week, Bill got them to collapse and mailed them into coming to his wedding.
That's right.
That's right. Throughout the show, we saw Anita start out by saying, I can't believe this woman is in this country club, and Danny's going, my family founded this country club, and we end the show with her sitting there and having a nice conversation with Leslie, the woman who destroyed her daughter's marriage and insulted her just yesterday in this very room.
Well, what do you think about Danny?
Where are the Duprees?
Danny got sloppy drunk and was lying on the couch at the country club.
Yeah.
That
but that's what you do at the country club.
But that's Danny at the country club. What I'm talking about is, where is the power of the Duprees to kick back at anybody who wants to do anything to them? I just don't see it. The strongest person on the show is Bill and Joey.
Anita.
Well, I'm not denying, Miss Elaine, I'm not denying that Bill is a man with androgen. What I said is that it's not leading him to do things that are lawful and always in best order. I agree that he has strength. I do not disagree with you there. But having androgen is one thing, but when you're using it for the wrong thing, it is not always best.
Yes,
but it makes for a great show, though.
Using ethical with strength.
And it makes for a good show.
I don't think Bill would call himself ethical. And I think the difference is Vernon thinks he's ethical.
I hope he would. Oh my God. When you agree in setting up murders, I hope he would.
Yes, but I think Vernon likes to pretend and think he's ethical. And I think that's the difference, right? He thinks he's strong and silent.
Do y'all look at Vernon as being weak?
No, I think what Vernon does, Vernon allows Bill to do what he would not want to have said that he would do, but then he stands behind. Now, Vernon is aware of a lot of those secrets that Bill is holding, but Bill is the one who's seen as the bad boy. Remember, Bill said how they kept him around to use him, but see what happened. When he and Danny were married, I guess they went there for Sunday brunch after church every Sunday, and Bill was the good old boy. They turned. Well, I can understand they got mad with him when they knew he was cheating, I guess, on Danny all the time. But when he divorced her for Haley, that was over. But Bill has been doing the dirty work for the community for a long time. And Bill does not seem to have any issues with doing the dirty work. Because if you can roll up to a pregnant woman who's probably homeless and tell her if she doesn't get out of town, her baby will be, and somebody will snatch it, and it takes a cold person to do that. Now, that's
homeless.
I think Vernon is the strongest man on the show, though.
I his silence, I think he will be proven to be strong and silent. But I think right now on the show, what do we see? We see the Duprees being howled. And I don't see any strength in the Duprees at all. This week was very. Where are they winning? You have to ask. How many people are winning?
If you look at Bill as being strong, you got to look at Vernon as being strong because Vernon controls Bill. Other than that one incident with the marriage situation, Vernon controls Bill. Like Bill was saying, "Yo, I'm not going to help out no more." Vernon looking at him like, "Yo, it's in your best interest to help."
Out because Bill is vulnerable to
He
Vernon
wants to help. Yes,
emotionally, but Bill got all of them to attend his wedding. Even it took his ex-wife who pulled out a weapon because she was so distraught.
And they all dressed in black at the wedding. Remember,
it was that silent form of protest. So to me, it's the difference in
that was
in the way that. So I'm gonna take this to a place that I know many of us don't want to go. So it's the difference between us
just make sure you watch your buzzwords and stuff.
Yes,
go ahead.
Us protesting in having signs and peacefully protesting, going, hell no, we won't go. Oh no, please stop doing this to us. And people overtaking a government building.
Well, you remember
the difference is really striking in how we decide to voice our obstruction.
We're getting away from it.
Vernon had told Bill that they would not be attending the wedding, and they just said, "How dare he ask us?" And when Bill pulled them out of that room, whatever Bill said to him, Vernon went back.
He said about Martin.
Here's
the thing.
You want to do it, or else you don't want everybody to know about Martin. And they did exactly what he wanted to do.
But here's the thing: they got it.
On Bill's part.
All right, but I can counter that to say Vernon ended up getting his 1-ups because Bill did not want to be involved with the Martin situation. He said, "Why would I help y'all?" And Vernon actually strong-armed him into actually helping with the Martin situation.
Only after his daughter was arrested because she couldn't take the wedding thing.
No, I get it, but I'm saying, okay, so Bill got him on that round. Cool. Vernon came around and got Bill the next round. So at that point, we're kind of even.
I'm sorry, my daughter going to prison because we all inflicted emotional harm on her. I'm sorry. The Danny thing was not just she got angry at the wedding. They caused her emotional trauma that she could not take.
Danny was wild. Danny was a wild card to begin with. Danny would have probably came to their house and pulled out the gun. She was going to do what she was going to do regardless.
Country club, and it wasn't with her family, and she had to sit there through it. She would never.
But at the end of the day, no matter what happened out the situation, it was still a tit for tat. It was like Vernon strong armed him to help for Bill to help him out in his time of need. He got that off, and also Ted got Vernon to have the family come in his time of need. So Bill, I'm sorry, I keep saying Ted. Bill. So it's kind of like a tit for tat. They kind of even.
But you know,
at that point,
when you blackmail someone to attend your ceremony, that is sad. You don't have.
But he blackmailed him to cover up a crime.
The biggest crime. Already involved in that.
But he still convinced him to stay involved.
Already involved at the beginning, and so all Vernon did was ask him to finish out what you already did.
And on top of that, if he and Anita wanted to attend the wedding and dress in black, why would Danny and her daughters have to attend the wedding? Can you imagine how traumatizing that would be for those girls to attend the wedding? And they
didn't have to show if they didn't want to show. They chose to go. They didn't have to go if they didn't want to go.
That's not true. He said the whole family had to attend.
They couldn't say no.
Go back to week 1.
He threatened them. He threatened them to let information out if they didn't. Mm-hmm. Bill blackmailed him into coming. Now he did.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, he did. In the same way, Vernon blackmailed Ted into I'm sorry, Bill into helping out with the Martin situation.
True. Okay, now because it's 11 o'clock already. Okay, so I got one last piece I wanted to talk about, and that's this Anita and Leslie situation that happened today.
Weakness.
Okay, let me also say, I think when we was talking about this, I think the strongest person on this cast or on this family is Anita so far.
What?
She is.
She just proved her weakness tonight. She proved her weakness tonight.
You don't know she could have been manipulating her.
Nah, she's soft and gushy.
I'm with Bar. She collapsed completely.
Yeah, she's soft and gushy.
Okay, so what did y'all think about this conversation between her and Leslie? Do you think Leslie was having a real honest moment where she wanted to know about her mother, or is she setting them up for the next kaboom?
I think that was a classic narcissist finding a way to get to the heartstrings, to get to your heartstrings. And she found a way that she could manipulate Anita because Anita is a mother. She is a grandmother.
Anita's guilty too. And she feels guilty about Barbara.
Yes, she feels bad. So with her going to Anita saying, I never knew my mother. I didn't know anything about her. Tell me about my mother. Yep. What did you like about my mother? Would she like me? All of those. Oh yes, honey, that was a well-oiled machine tonight. Leslie did. I don't buy in that for at all. Because anytime you have a narcissist and they started coming up to you, giving you
with your one weak thing, that's Anita's one weak thing.
Yeah, she was looking for something. But
Leslie's the strongest woman on the show.
I also do believe though Anita is guilty, and like you said, Miss Jen, when you have that sense of guilt, you might crumble because deep in Anita's heart, she probably still feels like when their manager said that Barbara was too ghetto, they wanted to drop her. She knew in her heart Barbara could have made it probably farther than Anita, as far as Anita, but because Barbara was not polished, she was looked over, and Anita was favored. And I do believe Anita feels a lot of guilt. Even though if Barbara did unalive herself, that's not Anita's fault. She didn't do that, but she might have been a cause of some of her depression. But I really believe that's guilt. That's Anita, because Anita would have never warmed up to her like that.
Leslie is so far like the strongest woman on the show.
Oh,
in my opinion.
How do we fix Leslie though to redeem her? Because a lot of people are getting tired of her now. How do we fix her?
I am one of those people who are tired of her.
Yeah. How do
that
we
moment
fix her?
could have fixed
How do we
it. That
turn the
moment
character around.
Do we want to though?
I don't think Leslie will
a little bit.
Fixed. I don't think Leslie will be fixed.
Well,
it would take some very professional writing to get with some psychiatrists, psychologists, and figure out how to start turning her personality around. Because she's all self-consumed. She loves herself more than she loves her baby. So
tonight,
when you
she doesn't love Eva enough to always put her first. She just flew Eva out her house yesterday.
That's why Leslie loves Leslie.
Yes.
She doesn't even put her daughter first.
Exactly.
Most mothers would put their children first. If we had to pull off our shoes, we would go barefoot to let our children have our shoes. Leslie's not like that.
You are correct.
Why would you be out buying designer clothing and you're telling your daughter you can't pay your utility bills?
Okay.
She needs some counseling. And she needs some. I don't know if it would help her because she's so self-consumed.
So so I don't foresee Leslie getting counseling, but I must say she needs to be friendlier to someone. We've seen her antagonize every single person she's spoken to.
Well, she tried to get back in with Mona, but Mona wouldn't fall for it. And Jan wouldn't fall for it. When she first came to town, remember she was in the choir at church. That's how she met those ladies. And
it was a manipulation to get in with Mona.
All right. So tonight was the turn. Tonight, all right. If you wanted to turn her around, tonight would have been the turnaround. Tonight showed a vulnerable side to Leslie. And if she kept it pushing the same way she kept it pushing tonight, that would definitely lead to change.
Was it vulnerable? Was it vulnerable? Was it vulnerable, or was Leslie playing a role?
Yeah, Var.
That's what I'm saying. She asked a key question
last week when she didn't get the house and cried to Eva and was like, I just wanted to be accepted. And then the very next day she went in on them again and showed up at the house with the
absolutely. But the question at hand was, how could they turn around her character? And what I'm saying is, not saying that tonight she was really serious about it, but let's say she was. Moments like tonight would turn around her character. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's serious.
Have real change. She can't go around. She has to have someone who she's nice to and they're nice to her, and it be genuine. Leslie wasn't genuine with Mona. Leslie wasn't genuine.
But she could have been genuine tonight, though.
To get information on Nicole and Ted, she has to have a genuine relationship with someone who's not evil, who is at her manipulation. So
tonight could have
Missy Lane. When you're dealing with Leslie's personality, you don't attract friends because you only get what's going to benefit you.
I'm just saying what would turn her character around on screen. I'm not saying what in reality would.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Tonight could have been the first step. Now imagine she had this encounter tonight, and then she has another encounter next week with Anita, and it's cordial.
I would have a problem with this because Anita's daughter is now distraught because of everything this woman has done. And so for Anita to ignore the fact that her daughter is in pain because of everything that Leslie and her daughter has done and turn her back on her, but give her friendship and kindness to Leslie, this goes against everything we know from Anita.
And hold on, she did that tonight. That is exactly what she did tonight.
And
the fact that she sat down, the fact that she sat
the entire week of the show, they will lose.
Say that again.
If they have Anita being the person who turns Leslie around, they will lose me forever. I'm gonna stop watching.
Wait, what happened?
Miss Jimmy tuning out.
Wait. No, I'm saying I heard everything she said, but if what happened, she'll lose you forever.
If Anita is the person that makes Leslie turn around by befriending her. Because what Var said is, what if the same thing, the conversation of her being soft and vulnerable, happens with Anita again next week? I will stop watching.
Why?
It will be a bridge too far. Nicole is in despair. Her grandchild is in despair, and everything that we know of Anita is about her family. She turns her back and only devotes herself to recovering Leslie.
No. You're making it seem like she's taking
the gutter, and so is Kat. Because of this woman.
Best friends.
Yeah, you're making it seem like a project. I'm not saying take her on as a project and invite her over for dinner. No, I'm saying moment. No.
Every vulnerable moment is due to Anita.
I got you. And this, just like this conversation, if Nicole was a fly on the wall, this conversation would have ticked Nicole off. The fact that her mom was so friendly to Leslie tonight would have ticked Nicole off. It would have ticked Kat off. But she still did it anyway.
The same as
and if they had this nice exchange tonight, and suppose Leslie came at her again on some humble stuff, they would have a nice exchange then. And what I'm saying is, multiple exchanges can lead to change. And Anita is clearly open for the conversation.
Anita is guilty.
It doesn't matter why she's open. Hold up. It doesn't matter why she's open. It's just the fact that she is open.
This is not believable. This is not realistic.
So was Anita open tonight? Was Anita open tonight?
Anita was unbelievable tonight. I could not stand Anita the last 3 days.
That's what I'm saying. So if she does it again,
the Cat was awful. Today was awful. The advice she gave to Nicole, awful.
The table is set.
Awful.
The table was set for them to have a relationship because every time Leslie comes in, Anita allows her in. She came over the house. Anita allowed her in the house.
This
Like,
is
all right, just
everybody
let
on the
her in.
show. This is the writing. Everyone allows Leslie to get away with everything. Everything. Even so, she goes to Nicole's house and Nicole allows her in. She just walks in. This is how they allow Leslie to become the show, which is why people are tired of her.
Yeah, and this conversation that she had with Anita, it seems like it would have been far-fetched. Anita shouldn't have never gave her the time of day, but guess what? She did. So despite all that, the writing or whatever, they're writing Anita to the point where Anita has a soft spot for Leslie. And if Leslie stops acting crazy and comes at Anita properly like she did tonight, Anita will keep accepting her because she would have no reason to reject her.
Okay.
All the reasons that she had to reject her has already happened, and she still accepted her.
Watching General Hospital.
Do you think, Var, do you think, Leslie, what I don't think you understand, do you think this is a role for Leslie? People like Leslie and with her personalities, they learn other people by watching them. They know where your purse strings are. These are smart, manipulative people. What makes you think that this was for real?
No, I don't. No, I don't think it's for real. I'm just pretty much answering the question that Miss Jen put. What would it take for her character to change? And this is something that it would take for her character to turn around. A couple more nice exchanges with people would turn her around. If she stopped, if they had her interacting with people like she interacted with Anita tonight, if they kept that process up, her character would change. And I'm not saying that that's what they want to happen. I'm just saying that's what it would take.
Now you might have a point on the surface, but where would you find anyone who would befriend her? The three friends
Anita would.
They turned their backs on her.
Anita would. Anita did not turn her back on her, and she don't turn her back on her, period. So Anita would befriend her, whether she's befriending her out of guilt or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact of she's still befriending her. This exchange that they had tonight was so sweet. And Anita was so nice and calm.
I don't know what you're watching, Var. You guys have to look at other people's opinion. People are hating this because it is so. The beginning of the show started with Anita defending her child and the woman who was sleeping with her child's husband, and ended with her saying kind words to Leslie. This is not realistic. It's not.
I think that y'all conflating the fact that hold up. I think that y'all conflating the fact of that I see what's going on. It doesn't mean that I agree with it. I'm just talking about what we have, the facts on the ground. It doesn't mean that I like it. It doesn't mean that I want it to happen. I'm only talking about what they are showing us. And what they are showing us is the fact that Anita was sweet to Leslie tonight. Was she wrong for that? Absolutely. I would have told that chick, get away from my table. Wouldn't have never gave her the time of day. But I'm talking about the interaction that they had tonight was very sweet. We can't brush over that.
But Var, how does she get redeemed if people don't believe it?
Well, I mean, that's where some people won't believe it, some people not. See, that's the thing. Just because you don't like it, and I might not like it, don't mean that
reaction would be, and I'm not alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So just the fact that people are not going to like everything about something, you know what I mean? You might be a fan of Cat. I might not be a fan of Cat.
And
you might be a fan
because of that interaction. But
say that again.
And I'm not leaving the show because of that interaction. But I'm saying, if the core family on the show is no longer what they sold us on, and it becomes the Leslie, Joey, and Vanessa show, why am I here?
Well, I don't know exactly how it would go, but I don't know. Let's pose a question to the table. Miss Jen, if Leslie and Anita became cool, would you lead a show over that?
I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave the show. The only thing I'm not gonna report on, let me tell you, I done told y'all this and I mean this. The only part that they could do that I would not watch and I'm not reporting on is if they bring any devil into it. I ain't messing with it. I don't play with that. He don't play with me. I don't play with him.
Okay.
So if anybody get possessed or any of that, I ain't messing with that. But I don't care what happened with the characters because they're writing characters in the way that they
exactly
they got a plan where they're gonna take them, and then they're gonna elevate from that. Then they're gonna change from that, they're gonna change from that. So I'm here for what the storyline do. I'm gonna lean into it like you riding on a motorcycle. You gotta lean with the curve.
So that's why I asked the question. So back to you. Just because you would leave the show because it took that turn, don't mean that I would leave. Don't mean that Miss Jen would leave. And Miss Lil, would you leave? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't leave. No, I
See,
wouldn't.
that's what I'm saying. So it irritates you that far.
I completely understand that,
but what I do want to say, and when I was talking to you, I thought you were talking about a real character change where they're going to show this person getting better and learn to be less selfish. I don't believe that. I don't know. Because you're talking about years of therapy for something like this, and I don't think that any amount of being friends is going to help her to change that much. But one thing I do notice
And
that
TV Land, years of therapy is a month.
she does not have any female friends at all, and she doesn't.
I do have a question for you guys though. Looking at the way things are going with these stations, right? And stuff being snatched off the air, people being fired. If they were to take Beyond the Gates off the gate, what we gonna do every day?
That's the truth.
On a new show.
No, I don't want to watch nothing else.
I'm gonna go back to work during this hour that I don't work.
I'm saying our family just over it with that they gonna break us up.
Learn a new language. Start teaching the Spanish.
That's why I was like, maybe we better find us a second tier something to do because they might mess around, snatch this. There's too much excellence.
So this show has grabbed me because it's different. Because
they're jealous of the show now.
It's about us.
Yeah,
but I also think it has to be realistically about us. We have some drama with us. We have some stuff with us, which I'm willing to take. I'm willing to take 2 or 3 people having affairs on the show. Every male on the show, every African American male on the show having an affair. It's stretching.
Jacob's not. Hold on. Jacob's not actually having a situation.
Jacob is so deputy do good that I want him to be dumped into a
I got you, but hold on. Let's run through it right quick. Jacob's not having an affair. Bill's not having an affair.
Bill had an affair.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's not having an affair now. It didn't start with an affair.
And you're a liar and a cheater.
But he's not having an affair. Hold up. Let's put the facts on the ground now. He's not having an affair. Bill is not. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. We're talking about affairs. We're talking about affairs.
You can divorce yourself from what is real. But Bill started this. His wife is the product of the lying and cheating.
It doesn't matter, but he's not a cheater now. We're talking about who. How is he a cheater?
He was a liar and a cheater.
He used to be. You don't think that people can change? I used to cheat before I got married. Not on my wife, but I cheated on women before I got married. That means I'm forever a cheater? That's not the case.
Women that now.
Huh? No, I would have asked my wife the same thing because she knows that I cheated in the past on different women. That don't mean that I'm cheating on her.
I think you're being
What? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Speak freely.
I think you're being sort of just argumentative to be argumentative.
No, I'm sincere.
But to say that Bill is not a liar and a cheating, and knowing this whole situation started because he lied and cheated and the whole country club knew, it's ridiculous. That's not to say that you're lying every minute of the show. Ted is not lying today. He lied.
Is it possible to believe that he really
cheated 4 days ago?
No. But I got what you're saying. I'm not playing with semantics. I'm not playing with semantics. I'm being 100% factual. Bill has cheated on Danny. Absolutely. Right? He cheated on her. Now, could it be a situation that he's really in love with Haley and he really wants to build a life with her and start anew? He has not showed us anything about him building.
Go ahead. He Exactly, but he is. I said he is a liar and cheat. It's too many liars and cheaters on the show simultaneously.
We was talking about men
That
on the
is
show that
not
are
being
cheating.
resolved. That is
You're
not.
changing it a little bit. We was talking
No.
about men who are cheating on their wife on the show.
So Ted cheated on his wife on the show.
No, he didn't.
The
Oh
outcome
no, I'm thinking
was
about Bill. Ted did. Ted
no.
did.
I'm
No.
talking about all the liars and the
Okay.
cheaters. Tomas was with Kat, and then was in bed and had a kissy face and with Eva while talking about Kat in the bed with them. Danny, Andre, and Ashley. They're doing this back and forth thing with the whole I want her, I want him, I want her.
Yeah,
That's a whole thing. Vanessa is cheating on her husband. Now that's the only non-black couple, but that's cheating. But
Doug
she's
is not
not a
cheating
black
on her though.
person in there, so let's get it straight. Let's get the black person in there.
Doug
It's
ain't cheat.
too, and I'm saying it's too, but it doesn't matter because his wife is. It's too many. I watched soaps. I've watched soap since the 80s. I've never seen 6 people cheating and lying, 6 cheaters and lying on a show simultaneously. Never. I've never seen this.
But you know,
It must not been fun.
But Doug is a sad case. It saddens my soul that he is a part of the melanated community and to be so weak. I just hate to see him like that. You know your wife is a part of an escort service, and then you got the nerve to tell Ted about himself, and you going home sleeping with somebody every night, and you caught her with her back toward that gambling table when you called her in joy and you went home with her that night. Something is wrong with him. He just
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm just still stuck.
I don't care what happens to him next week.
I'm just stuck on how the goalposts got moved. I was just talking about the men that wasn't cheating.
And I'm talking about the men who are cheaters and liars. So did Tomas actively cheat? You probably would say no because he didn't consummate it.
No, Tomas cheated.
But he
cheated.
He kissed and felt up on Eva, and then the very next
day
he took Kat's virginity.
Yeah, he cheated. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
But now, Doug, I think he's right. I think Doug doesn't cheat, but what disgusts me so. They made him so weak and wishy.
Yeah, he's weak.
I just hate that. No, he doesn't cheat. I don't think he cheats, but he is. Oh,
yeah, Doug just weak. Doug didn't cheat. He's weak. Bill didn't cheat.
Vanessa does.
Vernon didn't cheat that we know of. Yeah, but you can't count just the fact that his wife cheating makes him a cheater.
But he allows it. This is actually the weirdest thing because he's like, yeah, I know what she's doing.
Actually, let me put this by you though, right? If he allows it to happen, is she really cheating? You cannot cheat if it's part of the rules.
Which is
the only time, and people get that kind of misconstrued. Just because you're having relationships with somebody, don't mean that you're cheating.
Whatever you want to call it, however you want to define it, she is lying with other men, and he's aware of it.
I'm sincere that. No. All right. So the thing with cheating is right. Cheating is going outside of the rules that has been established.
No,
so if you're playing a game, yes, it is. If you're playing a game, hold on. If I give my wife permission to be with another man, she's not cheating on me. Cheating is only when you go outside the realms in which you have already established. You cannot cheat on something that you're cool with. That's not possible.
I don't think he's cool with this. He's accepting.
He's allowing it to happen. So if I'm doing it in your face, am I really cheating on you?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same thing.
Miss J says she had to come out the bushes just to say that she don't like these storylines with all this cheating. I don't either. I think there's so many other things that we could be exploring and looking at.
And Martin and Smitty are an example of that. Aren't they struggling? And
that's a couple that ain't cheating. That's Martin 2 people that ain't cheating.
Because I'm compelled by them trying to make their way back. Smitty is absolutely right that he has to build his trust again. The lie wasn't about cheating. It was about lying, but it's strong. And I like that their story is not about actual cheating, but it's a mistrust that you betrayed. You know, it's another problem that can happen in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
think the do-goods are gonna have the same issue, right? I think Jacob and Naomi will have a problem because she believes she should have gray lines with the family and protecting them, and Deputy Do-Good is gonna be like, no, I must do good at all cost.
And I agree with you there, Elaine, because Jacob is not allowed to really do his job for fear that he's going to be sleeping on the couch, and that's not acceptable. When a man takes an oath, you have to understand women who are married to military men. The military comes, and according to what I heard, it comes before God. I hate to think that, but it definitely comes before the wife. And you cannot expect a man to break the rules from his commanding officer just because it's going to hurt your family.
I'm sorry, Jacob has to calm down. You don't tell on your father because you are a police officer.
No, I was talking about Naomi. I was talking about Naomi and Jacob. He's afraid to exercise anything that might upset her.
And see, I don't think that's true. I think we're going to see the conflict will be that he's not afraid, and Naomi understands that but can't accept.
The writing on that, the writing on that sucks because of the simple fact that it's more than one cop in the precinct, okay? Yes, and for Jacob to feel as though he got to be the one to lay the cuffs on his family, for Jacob got to be the one to investigate his family, it's super BS. You know what I mean? Like that's just too far. Like I get it, Jacob's a cop. Don't do no crime in front of me, but I don't have to investigate everything I think is going down.
Well, that's why
I think that's where it's whack.
That's why it was said in the show that Nicole never got hauled down to the police station when she choked Leslie because she was a part of Jacob's family. Now, I do believe, and I do know at the beginning of the show, when Danny first did this crime, Jacob was there. He didn't bother her. He didn't bother her at all. But when Danny went down to the station and he had to process her, he and Naomi had a big falling out, and he ended up sleeping on the couch
because he arrested her mother. I'm sorry, you arrest my mother, we got our issue.
I want to circle back around right quick. I don't think the whole show relies on cheating, though. I don't think cheating is the main characteristics of the show, though.
I'm not saying it's the main characteristic. I think it's too many stories at one time.
What is the storyline that's cheating, though?
But I think it's too many stories at one time that have to do with cheating. So
at one time, yeah.
You know, Andre was going between at one
that's
point.
Not cheating, though. That's
yes,
not. That's
at one
not
point,
cheating.
Andre was going between Ashley and Danny.
He
and
never committed to any one of those females.
Yes, but
he was not in a relationship. Hold on, we talking about.
The problem.
I got you. Hold on. Line is a part of pretty much all shows almost. We talking about cheating. Hold on. We was talking about cheating. Andre never cheated on anybody. He was never in a relationship with none of them.
But he was trying to. He
wasn't trying to cheat.
No, that's not true. Var, at one point he said, I want something serious with you.
Yes,
you
but
don't
then
want to tell your family. Danny started to tell her family, and then he ran to Ashley without even telling Danny.
But he didn't. But they wasn't in a relationship, though.
And he was trying to convince.
That's why Danny wasn't mad at him, and that's why Danny wasn't like, you cheated on me. You what's the name? She never came at him like he cheated on her when he was on a date with Ashley, because she knew they wasn't in a relationship. So he wasn't in a relationship. He was just kind of torn between two women.
But he was lying with the intent to cheat. He was lying.
How can he cheat when they're not in a relationship?
Because
you're not explaining that to me.
He was trying to convince Danny to be in a relationship with him.
I got you. Okay.
Telling Danny that Ashley even was a thing. Ashley didn't know. Danny didn't know Ashley was a thing until she showed up in the bar.
Now tell me where he cheated. If he's trying to be in a relationship with somebody, tell me how he cheated.
He was telling Danny, I want to be serious. I want to go out with you. You won't let us be around your family. She tested the waters by starting. She told her mother. She told Nicole. She was going through, and this happened in a matter of 3 days.
But can I cheat on you if we're not in a relationship?
their reaction was while he went behind her back and was asking Ashley out. Kat and Tomas lying.
Now he cheated. He cheated. But when we talking about Andre, I cannot cheat on you if I'm not in a relationship with you.
I'm sorry.
They were never in an established relationship, so therefore, how can Andre cheat on him or Ashley?
Okay.
That's the only point that if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I just don't get
You're
it.
wrong. I just think lying about your intent with the intent to be with one or the other while you're lying to the other is intention on cheating. It doesn't matter whether you slept with Ashley or
So
not.
when the other person is pushing you off, saying I'm not ready for a big time
He
thing,
didn't say,
we
okay,
can go up into the light. We
can
can tell people that we're kicking it, but we're not in a relationship. You know, I'm still sprung over my ex-husband. We can make it to the world known that we are together, meaning we are dating or whatnot, but I can't be with you.
Var, the last conversation they had prior to her telling her family was when they went to the bar, when they went to Offie Jeans for the first time. And she said, he said, see how this is? No one's looking or whatever. And she was like, okay, I think we can think about trying.
Yes,
That was
but
the
they
last
wasn't in a
conversation that was the last conversation they had, and then he immediately ran over and started realizing that at the same time
we could try to see if we can have.
Derek was proposing. He found out the proposal didn't work, and he was there at her beck and call and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that this happened, and I'm gonna be there for you." And that's when he started being there for Ashley and asked her out on a date. He never had a conversation with
We could try
Danny again about not trying.
But the key word is we can try to see if we can have something. But
You
they did not. Hold on.
Let's try while
The key thing, you're thinking he cheated more than Danny did. Like Danny never thought that Andre cheated on her. Danny never came to Andre like, "Yo, you cheated on me," and that's the part that I think we're missing. You're putting your own self into it instead of looking at it from the outside in.
Let's go back to Ted saying he consented. Then
Say that again.
Your argument is true, and we should believe everything that Danny said, and Danny doesn't believe he cheated, then we should believe that Ted doesn't believe he was taken advantage of.
No, because I would tell you where the difference come in at, right? Danny would have straight up told what's her name, hey, you cheated on me, Andre. You know what I mean? We was in a relationship. I can't believe you did this to me. None of that happened. The thing with Bill's situation, now I'm saying Bill. The thing with Ted's situation is Ted is just trying to be a man and die on the sword by taking responsibility like a lot of dudes do. When things ain't even their fault, they'll take the blame for it. You know what I mean? And that's what he was doing. It's two different scenarios.
Now Ted is a martyr.
Yeah, Ted is a victim. And he's not even really standing on the fact that he's a victim.
Is that the siren for him? Because I hope it's the siren.
No.
You kind of staying out of it. Let me get your opinion, Ms. Jen.
Someone needs to arrest Bar.
No.
Ms. Jen, what's your opinion on what I said?
Bar, they trying to take you to the popo station.
Man, listen.
Elaine done said you got to be arrested. No, I was breaking in because it's 11:35. We've been on here since 7:30.
Yes, this has been a good conversation.
It's been a good conversation.
Can we get your opinion, Ms. Jen? Before we go, can we get your opinion on what I'm saying about Andre and cheating and not cheating? Like, what is your opinion on that?
Okay, I think Andre is not in a relationship with anybody, and she knows that. Danny know he's not in a relationship with anybody.
Thank you.
I think he want to be in relationship with Ashley, but he can't be in relationship with her. So
exactly,
I guess he's cheating. But to a woman, like I'll speak to this, to a woman that you're trying to get to know or you're confessing for. To her, it's like you're not really free. To her, you are cheating in a sense because you're not being straight about what your situation is. Now, Ashley is the one that he hasn't been honest with. He hasn't been honest with Ashley.
Well, now he has been because he told her about Danny and everything.
Well, she saw them.
Yeah.
She saw them. So it's the only reason why that came out. So I think that he's not married though to anybody. He's not in relationship with anyone. Nope. But he's trying to enter into a relationship with Ashley with a lie in place. So I think that's that. So I don't know if he's a cheater in that sense,
That's
I
all
don't
I
know
was saying.
if he's a cheater in that sense. I don't know, but I'm saying that he is lying to Ashley about not having anybody when he really did have
Yeah,
somebody.
he did lie to her.
So that was a lie.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying he's not a liar. I was just saying he wasn't a cheater. I just said he wasn't a cheater. I never said he wasn't a liar.
Well, now he's a cheater by his history. Everybody has deemed him a cheater.
They
That
deemed
that's
him as a
like he's a
playboy, not a
player.
cheater, though, Miss
A
Jen.
player. Well, yeah, a player. But I mean, you still cheat on these women when you make these women believe they're the only one in your life and they not. Though you still lying.
Unless I commit with you, though, Miss Jen, I gotta commit to you.
But he be telling Danny he over there committed, like he told Ashley he was over there committed. He don't be committed. So that's what I'm saying. People think they committed and they not. So here's a good question I always ask somebody when you dating. Are you dating anybody? No. Okay. Anybody think they dating you?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, y'all. On that, we're going to get ready to get out of here. Hold on just 1 second, though. Before we go, I want to thank you guys for the super sticker. So I'm just going to give you a cheers. I won't put you through the song right now, but thank you all so much for hanging out, for coming over here on a Friday evening and spending so much time. Thank you guys for the super stickers, the super chats. Thank you guys for coming up and being brave enough to share your opinions and your thoughts up on the panel, because I know that's not easy to do. That makes a lot of people nervous, but as always, you guys always do a stellar job. Var, thank you for coming in playing the devil's advocate, because I know there's a lot of what you throwing heat in the chat.
Some of it was.
Look,
a lot of it I believe in. Wholeheartedly.
Miss Lil is always our voice of reasoning. I love that Elaine is always giving us the hard, gritty truth about how she really feels. She do not hold back, and E-Daddy just lays back in the cut and always gives us the opinion when we need it on time. All of you guys, and thank you, Bilo Didi, for coming up as well tonight. I appreciate you guys. So I guess we'll do the same next Friday, because looks like it's some interesting stuff coming up.
It was nice to be on with you, Elaine, and we didn't really get into an argument tonight. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Argument is okay as long as nobody's taking it serious, because it's
nice to be on with me. I said, was it nice to be on with me?
She said, didn't she say your name first?
No, she said you. He asking you. It was nice to be on with him.
You and I don't disagree on a lot of things, but we don't. Yeah, we get along fine. It is nice.
Var was like, wait a minute, what about me? And then also thank your wife, Mrs. Var, for coming. That's her name that gave over here. Thank Mrs. Var for coming up and having her say as well. And I will see you guys on Monday. So good night, E-Daddy. He probably sleeping. You sleepy, Daddy?
I think he is.
Okay, well, I'm saying good night to him. I'm gonna drop him down.
Okay.
And good night to you, Var. Thank you so much.
Good night.
For coming up. And Miss Lil, thank you again so much for coming up. All right, good night. All right, you guys. Let's see here. Boom, boom, and then boom, boom. Okay, all right, you guys. So thanks so much for the lively conversation, and for all 47. We stayed at a constant 47 tonight for the discussion. There are 45 of you in the chat, so please make sure if you didn't, that you get a chance to hit the like button. And also don't forget to engage that hype button. That's something new that they have, where you can hype the video. And what the hype video directly does is to push this channel and push this video out into the algorithms. So please share your hypes with me. I mean, you only get so many in a week, but if you can give me one, I'd appreciate it, because that hype button is very, very important. Thank you guys again, and let's thank these. Let's really thank these mods, because the mods have hung out. I think KB Mommy had to go and call it night, because she don't be up all like this here. And KB Mommy probably was like, not KB Mom, Bilo Didi's probably, I got to go. I think she may still be here, but I don't know. But thank you, Mod Squad.
Thank you, Mod Squad. KB Mommy, Destiny H, Bilo Didi, and Cousin Linda. Thank you.
Hey, if you haven't done so yet, also think about becoming a member over here and also subscribing to the channel. It's the way to keep the channel growing. And then how else are you going to know that we're over here having these very spirited conversations unless you do join in and get your subscription or your membership? All right, you guys, that's it. And I will talk to you guys on Monday. And hey, listen, I hope you're having a great day. And if not, Remember, there is still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? I'll talk to y'all later. I'm ending out on my membership video, so we end out with a little music, and then we're going to hit our closing. How about it? All right, here we go.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
Eyes glasses.
Welcome to Membership Island.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership. So, shh, tell them, Richard.
Let me in here.
All right, so again, thank you, Raven Maniac. Thank you, Elaine T, for the super sticker. And thank you, Bilo Didi, for the super sticker. I appreciate you guys big time for that. All right, you guys, that's it. I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.